3, 2, 1.
Yo, we got your back when you driving to work or driving home. If you on a plane or you at the gym or you home alone, all you gotta do to listen to the shows, turn on your phone. Two Ugly Nerds podcast, tell you what's going on. This is the podcast.
Eric is ugly and would not judge anybody else.
There's no other insult.
When did you learn that you were
Two Ugly Nerds podcast.
Welcome to the
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Two Ugly Nerds podcast, and from the Black Nerd community. I am your host, Derek, the podcast guy, and I'm always joined, aka the Godfather, always joined by Ian Berserk Music, audio engineer / super producer, the father dad himself,
The one and only.
the one and only.
At least in this
What's going on,
podcast.
How y'all doing?
the man, the myth, the legend, as they say. Also is joined by Geronimo, Geronimo, Mr. Nintendo, our resident pro streamer, who apparently is giving, according to Ian.
Yeah, he's giving.
Yeah.
Very much so. He's giving.
Okay,
That's what they say.
that's it. That's
Just telling you what the streets say.
I don't know even what to.
I don't even know what it means, so I don't know.
Me either.
What is it giving?
Giving?
Shouldn't there be something there?
I'm giving something.
Yeah, like you're like you're relating to something, right? So she's giving.
Am
something.
I the gift that
You're giving, like right now you're giving. No, I say right now you're giving Facebook IT worker. Yeah, you're giving.
You're giving streamer vibes.
Yeah,
I'm giving the big streamer vibes.
Big streamer vibes.
Well, that's funny you say that because I have been streaming much more now that I know my PC is not gonna catch on fire and lift off into space while running Halo Infinite. Streaming just about daily now. Man, what's good, y'all? Glad to be here doing the pod as usual. But two, real quick, I haven't been this sweaty in like playing competitively, like really into like playing a game and playing well since probably since Halo 3 back in high school. It's been that long, so it's a good and a bad thing. but yeah, I'm be streaming that mostly exclusively for the foreseeable future. I will stream the campaign as well.
that's what's up. Yeah, I've been catching.
Just slap Halo Infinite on the little.
Oh yeah,
no.
It's gonna be there.
Right,
I think it's already there. Actually, I think it was.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't checked the last episode, but yeah, it probably.
I think it's there already, but still, it'll be there for sure. Because I know I've been in a couple of streams there,
Yep.
watching. It's looked good for sure. I wanna try to run it myself too. I just haven't had time. But as new things develop, I'll gain a little more time. So that's cool. I just want to let y'all know before we get into today that Westside Boogie is the best rapper in the world right now. He's better than all you niggas. He's rapping over stupid beats. He's rapping crazy bars. Y'all niggas can't keep up. Good luck. Yeah, no, he's rapping better than all you niggas. All of you. Like combined. I don't care who you talk, all of them. Everybody. Like, and he's just dropping Lucy's. He's doing it off Lucy's. Like, I'm scared for niggas when you hear the album. Now, when are we gonna hear the album? Who knows? But the Lucy's he's dropping, crazy. Like, stop.
I'll catch up on. I'll
just
catch up on.
All I'll say is just click the link that I posted most recently in our rap group, and click that link and just listen to the first minute and a half. It might not even be a full minute, it might be a minute 17. Listen to that. That the beat alone, Ian, let me tell you something. The beat alone, you're gonna be like, all right, no, this beat is insane. But then he rapping his all right, like yeah, it's different. I'm just saying, boogie that nigga, and y'all niggas gotta work hard to keep up. So yeah, keep up with that. But no, Boogie is better than all you niggas out here. Just want y'all to know that. Okay, so here's the funny thing, guys. So we missed the episode. Went a week without episode, and you guys are like, yo, nobody said nothing. What's going on? And it's really because I didn't know what to say. Look, we recorded an episode, or we thought we did. We sat here and we talked, and we went through all the sections, and we did everything. But it's basically like a dry run, a practice pod, because
Practice pod.
I mean,
Technical difficulties.
somehow all of us forgot to hit the record button.
It was
Embarrassing.
difficult.
It was funny. It was we felt stupid, and
Yeah.
I was like, we're just gonna write it off as a Thanksgiving break week or something like that.
Yeah.
But look, we just forgot to hit the record button. So some of the stuff we're gonna talk about today, we talked about before. So if it seems like it sounds a little recycled, or maybe it doesn't seem like it's coming from us as fresh, or maybe with as much vigor, it's because, well, I kind of already know what he's gonna say. So it's not gonna be as like, yo, no, how you, it's gonna be definitely a little more.
I'm gonna still give it to you like it's my first time. I'm gonna see how you gonna see how well I can act today.
Yo, you're crazy.
Oh, geez.
But yeah, man. So we are sorry, guys. But yeah, so a couple things. So just one of the things we missed is just beforehand, before we hop into technically speaking, we got confirmed that Issa Rae is going to be Spider-Woman.
What?
No
that's
way!
Yo, that's crazy.
Wait a minute.
That's
So
not
wait,
giving.
is
That's not
that
giving.
official?
That's not
giving
giving
at all.
It's not
I
giving
could
at
have
all.
sworn that was rumored earlier this year.
Yeah, Jahra, it's not giving. It's neither of y'all are giving. It's wrong.
Stop trying to make giving work, bro.
It's already working, man. We relate to
Already
the
working.
game, man.
No, it works, Jahra, by the way. Let me let you know,
It's
buddy.
been working.
It is working out there.
I'll make sure.
I don't know about for us as men, but it's working out there. It's working out there. Actually, I've seen a lot of dudes got a lot of YouTube views just for saying giving, making jokes about saying giving in their videos. A giving thing is working if you know how to work it.
Yeah.
If you worked it, let me work it. Okay.
It's your flame name.
Okay.
Just ageless just now.
Hey,
Right.
it's too late now, so it's not giving. But anyway, I don't know what that means.
Send this shit to Crystal's sister.
Jahra, I'm pretty sure you used it wrong. I don't know. I don't think.
I 100% used it wrong.
I don't think you used it right.
100% used it wrong.
Okay, man. Everybody here is plus 30 plus. So
I'm not even
We're rounding you up. Means too late. Rounding you up. It's 29 is just how many days?
yeah.
I'm a couple weeks away from
No, I just think Ian. Hey, you ever seen the little Instagram video where it's like when you cut the light off and you gotta get upstairs and then you have like the dude chasing buddy to the door? That's what Ian is doing to his 30s right now. Like he's like, nah, I'm still 29. We coming after you. Don't slip up the stairs, bro. But the joke is you gonna get caught, bro. You gonna get caught. Yeah. You're not gonna make it to the door and close it. You gonna be 30.
He's gonna meet you there.
You going? Hey, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Good.
You're gonna see it's me chasing you, nigga.
Yep, that 30. Someone wearing a 30 mask just running after you. Breakneck speeds.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So bring your old ass on.
All right, man. All right. Enough waffle, as the British call it. As the British call it.
Enough for
waffling. The British call it. And just so y'all know, another 4-0 whipping for Liverpool yesterday. Just smacking some boys around, playing with niggas. I'm just saying, Shata. I'm just saying, it's something.
The home team once again.
Not my premier team.
Not my, well, you're not a Southampton fan, so yeah. I don't even think you would have faked it for that one. I think you would have just. I think y'all got it this week. I really feel like it would have been fun. So it's fine. I'm not worried about that one. It's only the big teams that when you Google, they actually pop up with players that you might kind of recognize. Then I'm like, all right, I know he's gonna root against me this week. But only then. It's not Southampton. You're not rooting for Brighton. It's fine.
Brighton.
Will Smith not on the team. It's fine. Okay. That was a deep joke that missed. it missed, but in my head, that joke.
Oh, okay.
Bright,
It's fine.
Bright. We talked about Bright.
Yes, we talked
it's
about
fine.
Bright.
Did
We talked about Bright off camera. It was just for us, and it was fine. If y'all laughed, and the people just laugh because they don't know. They just like because y'all laughing. When y'all don't catch the joke, then it's I don't worry about it, guys. Look,
that movie did happen, didn't it?
Bright was a good movie.
I never watched it, so I'm just talking shit.
Okay, there you go. It's fine. Watch Bright Draw on Netflix.
I will watch Bright as my room brightens up first the sun.
Aha.
This guy. All right, guys.
Yeah,
Enough waffle for real this time. Technically speaking,
Technically, if you are an Android user with questionable friends that own iPhones and love reacting to your messages, knowing full well you cannot see them the way they see them.
Yo.
Google has an answer for that.
Emphasize looking.
I've definitely done that.
Google is introducing a feature that will translate those reactions into emojis. I'm wondering if they're going to do it the other way around. Like, can you now react to our messages? Because if they can react to our messages with emojis, then we won't be able to see some of them because our messages can only react.
I swear, they turned on us. Oh,
no, honestly,
I'm blocking all y'all niggas was hanging on by a thread already. I'm blocking all you niggas.
Damn, no more green bubbles, huh?
Not a one of you will survive it. I'll block my mama. She better download Signal. I'll block all of y'all. I will block all of y'all. I swear to you.
That's rough. No, honestly, I think it'll be a one-way type of thing. I don't, at least for now, I don't think they're gonna try and do the iMessage thing.
Yeah,
I mean, they really could. I mean, they could. I just don't think they're gonna do it yet with this. I'll let y'all know first.
SMS reaction to
I didn't even think about the reactions with the emojis until we all migrated to Signal.
Signal,
I love doing that shit. I do that on Discord already.
Yeah, it's a dope feature. So
much
so.
I've been doing it on Instagram.
It's
yeah, that's right. Instagram as well.
Yeah, so so me and a lot of my friends will just like send random videos and reels and shit on Instagram back and forth, so you can react. And then it used to be limited, but then when they opened it up, when they opened the floodgates, they were just like, "Yo, react with whatever emoji you want." Actually, I don't know why we were ever limiting you.
Yeah, limiting it.
Because
the iPhone limits it. Now that I'm experiencing Signal's emoji reactions, I'm like annoyed.
I think they're going to eventually expand it on Apple as well.
And they're going to call it a brand new, probably going to incorporate their animojis too.
They're going to buy Signal and just you probably will do animojis and memojis. They'll probably add those in as well as reactions. And it'll dance or something as you as it sits there reacting.
They'll put their own sauce on it and call it new.
That sauce.
Not an applesauce. That applesauce is something different. You got to know.
Hey, gotta have cinnamon in it.
I am not gonna lie. I fuck with applesauce. I really do fuck with applesauce.
Yeah, we all fuck with applesauce.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
we don't like applesauce. Anyways, yeah. So I would. It's cool, man. It's cool. I want to see what comes from.
I'm looking forward to it, literally, because I will literally see it.
Yeah,
be like, wow, I can see it.
Yeah,
but we talk on Signal anyway. Like, I'd rather just start a thread with you on Signal and we can react that way.
Oh yeah, that's way better.
Like, we could just do that now. And we had a thread on WhatsApp, but WhatsApp's a little. It wasn't as. This just feels like that's why I said. I think the first thing I said to y'all was "Welcome to iOS" or something like that.
Yeah, because
that's basically what it feels like. It feels like it gives y'all access to iOS.
It does feel that, because when I first downloaded Signal and start getting the chats, I was like, oh, this is one more like iMessage what WhatsApp was feeling. Because like WhatsApp was like tipping the toe, and this is like more like
this is right on the right on the dot.
Yep.
WhatsApp is also adding this feature, by the way.
The reacting
thing.
Too late.
Yeah, but we already left though.
Well, I'm still over there, so
I'm there too.
I got like a family group over there.
Yeah, I got a family group.
If you message me over there, I'll be like, okay.
Which I will say is my one annoyance with having migrated, that now I have to flip flop between two apps.
Sorry,
don't. But I understand. For the greater good, I get it.
Yeah, I don't.
At first, I was
I'm not gonna lie. Here, I'm not gonna lie. Hey, everybody, all my friend group, everybody that watches this, I think really Patrice is like the only one that's really gonna see this. I just want y'all to know, I'm not upset about migrating. Okay, I'm really not. But I just need y'all to admit that the only reason you have to migrate is because y'all androids wouldn't let y'all just turn the shit off. Because I turned the shit off. I just turned it off. That's why I was very confused when y'all was like, it's forcing me to save the pictures. I'm like, just turn it off.
Well, it's not. I mean, when you post like a picture or a GIF or whatever, it's not like it's saying, do you want to save this image? Every time it just does it by default.
Well, see, before it used to.
No, yeah, I know.
Every now and again, it would ask you like, hey, do you want to start backing up again? And I'm no. And it stopped doing that.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, and then you can just, and then you just. They literally, don't get me wrong though, you were right. For a while we didn't have a choice, and then at some point, I don't know what update it was. At some point we got an update and it was like, just turn that shit off if you don't want to save them to your camera roll anymore.
There's a save to camera roll.
So you could, so even now, even if you don't like, say you don't have good service, you could hit that button that says download, but it's not actually downloading to your camera. It's downloading just to the chat. It'll download whatever image or whatever GIF is playing, and then you see it. And then that's it. It's not downloading and saving it to your phone anymore.
Yeah, it's weird it does that too, because like the chat we used even before WhatsApp, like years ago, WeChat, they didn't do that either. Like it would just load it through WeChat, like save on their servers or whatever. I mean, you might have like some temporary files saved on the phone, but you can just clear that yourself later.
It must be like a misstep. Like they just forgot to add that feature to. And nobody's complained about it.
Or maybe it's just like how the Android file management system works. Yeah, it could be that. It's just, I don't know. It ain't perfect, but I mean, it's fine. Mostly a smooth transition over anyway. So
mostly.
Yeah, so mostly. So
I have no other complaints other than I'm now getting used to the feel of it.
I can't star messages. That's a minor gripe of mine.
Oh, you can't like save major messages you want to save?
Yeah. That was really clutch when we have our chats through there. But like specific things like links or whatever, I can go back to it later from earlier in the week. But it was that. At least that's what I do. So
no, I feel you. I thought you could still.
If you see it, let me know, because I couldn't see it. Like maybe I might be overlooking it. Like let me.
No, you're right. No, I don't see like a.
It's like if you long press something, it'll be a star in the very top bar.
Yeah. But there's nothing here anymore. Yeah, it used to be a star this or bookmark or something, but there's nothing. It just says reply, forward, copy, select, info, delete. Yeah. Damn, bro. Yeah.
I mean,
so that is a miss right there for sure. I guess you could circumvent that by forwarding it to maybe a separate chat that you make for yourself.
That's an idea.
Like a star message chat, and then you could just forward it to that chat.
That is an idea.
Leave it as a private chat. Nobody else can join it. And then you have all the important links or whatever that you want to save. I mean, that can still get crowded too, but it's better than nothing, I guess. Maybe that's something they'll add eventually, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
But anyways, what's next?
Oh, that's it.
Right? Did we talk about YouTube? We know about YouTube?
Oh, geez. Almost.
Ian don't be looking at the docu at all.
Gotta check out the docu.
So YouTube, they mentioned introducing this a while back to get us acquainted with the fact that they were removing the dislike count. Initially, it was going to be the dislike button entirely, I think, but now they're just doing the dislike count, and they said this was to help with their content creators' mental health. I guess there were some scenarios where people would go on like a campaign to dislike a video, whether or not they watched it, just because they don't like the person that made the video. Now that was just one scenario that I can't even really think of another scenario where the dislike button is not helpful.
So this is actually something I have a better take on it now than last week, because one, compared to this week, I've seen the change. It's happened. I think it just switched. Like I think Tuesday or Wednesday, I just noticed it. Like You'll see your thumb up number and the next thumb down be just the word dislike, as if someone consciously turned off the number of likes and dislikes of videos, which anyone can do. Any YouTube account person can do that. And I was looking through.
They said it would discourage people from disliking a video at mass because you can't really see what the amount is anyway, which I guess makes sense.
So I watched the YouTube video where they explained the reasoning for it, and I'm gonna call YouTube on their BS on the platform as the video is going up on. I'm gonna call them on their BS because while they do say, oh, this is to protect certain YouTubers from those downvote campaigns, I can't recall any individual person that's not like a large YouTuber, or they are like a company or a brand that's had this happen
and it not be justified.
And not be justified. Like, if like I'm gonna just because I'm gonna use gaming ones in general. Like when Nintendo, they put up their Nintendo Switch Online stuff, vast majority of those videos get downvoted to hell because a lot of people are not satisfied with the service. That's good to see that to give a good visual of a metric of people that are like, yo, the N64 game emulation, it's not all up to par. It's no, this and the other, the price is a bit higher than, I think is worth it, etc. Things like that. So that's good to see. But like, if I don't know, guy makes bad take about, I don't know, food or whatever, fast food. Guy makes bad take about the McRib being removed again for the end of the season or something. This random. I don't even know if that video exists or not. But like that stuff like that doesn't really just happen. Like there's not like no random like wave of dislike campaign out there. I personally think it's 2 reasons why they're doing this. Even one, I do think they are salty about the YouTube Rewind getting downvoted to hell a couple of years ago. Even though they're like, oh, this is not the real reason. Let's keep it a buck, bro. Like, I will not be surprised if a YouTube Rewind does come back this year.
Oh my god!
I'm calling it right now. Don't be surprised we hear an announcement or see some, premiere link for like December 31st or whatever. Don't be surprised.
You think so?
And it be cringy as hell or whatever. As years it comes back. And 2, I think it's also to protect those big brand companies or those big creators that may have sway on how YouTube, they'll listen to them, but they won't listen to the many other people that have gripes on stuff like this. I really do think it's because of that.
Well, that's interesting because like a lot of the top YouTube, well, I don't say a lot. I guess the ones that I follow, the tech YouTubers, I guess, they have the biggest issue with this.
They do
the removal of this dislike button. Like, hey, this is not, it's not fair to the audience. It's not, we're not able to express ourselves or express how we feel about a video. I use it mostly for 2 reasons. It was to determine whether a tutorial video was legitimate or good, and to figure out if a leaked video of a movie that might be coming out is actually legitimate. Most times I would use it if it's an even split or mostly dislikes, then I'm not gonna watch the video because it's clearly fake or fan made. Now it's gonna be kind of hard to determine. Well, not hard, but I mean, some of these fan made trailers, are starting to look a lot better these days. You know what I'm saying?
They are actually.
You really gotta.
I saw a thing on YouTube today just recommended the algorithm. It said Spiderman No Way Home in trailer 3. There's no 3rd trailer. Well, I can guarantee that trailer is trailer 2 with a little bits of like some of the TV spots that's been going up here and there, inserted in there, and then the editing makes it seem like it's brand new or whatever. So stuff like that.
Yeah, so I would use a like button, the dislike, to see like, okay, people figured out that this is a fake trailer. I'm not gonna watch this video.
Right.
Do comments not do the same thing?
I mean, I think what will happen, in like what I see a lot on Instagram now on those pages, what might happen is like someone will comment and be like, I'm the dislike button. And people will like that one comment.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna happen.
Like if you dislike, and then
if you dislike, exactly.
Well, my thing is also why I think we talked about this before at some point. I don't understand. I don't care really about the dislike button one way or another. I see the benefit in it being there, personally. But if you take it away, I don't think I think people are maybe overreacting, like you're silencing us. No, you're not. I'm taking away the most convenient way for you to express displeasure with something. You can go in the comments and type out what you don't like and what it is, but people don't want to do that. People just want to hit dislike and never explain what it is. Right? Yeah. And, I mean, and that's something that as a creator, as people trying to create stuff ourselves, like I get frustrated with, because I want people to tell me what's wrong. Give me a chance to fix it. You're not, if you just dislike it and then move on, and I never know why you disliked it, you're not owning me. You're not having one up on me. You're not getting one over. You're just leaving me in the dark. You're not giving me a chance to show you how I can do better, or I can fix that in my show. Or even to say, no, you seeing it wrong. There's a reason we do things that way. You know what I mean? Like you're not giving me a chance to adjust.
Yeah. And oftentimes I would, when I would see that the dislike split really high on the dislike side, I would still go into the comments and see why people are disliking, and
see what it is.
A comment,
because somebody
that says, hey, this is because this video quality is trash, or
it might not be the guy. It might not, like, if he can see comments where he's like, look, dude, the information you were saying kind of made sense, but your video is real choppy. You gotta get a better camera, or but the way you were delivering, or your audio is coming. Like, tell him why you disliking it, not just a bunch of people downvoting and saying it sucks, and then no one tells him why does it suck, dude? Now, don't get me wrong. If it's one of those, I know a lot of people are some troll with videos and stuff like that. So we're talking about, I'm not talking about the people that are trolling. I'm talking about people who are really trying to make something, and instead of getting actual constructive criticism and feedback and how to get better, they're just getting hit with dislike buttons, because that's the easiest thing for people to do, and people are lazy, instead of people actually giving feedback. You know what I mean? So I think that's why I'm not so against it being gone, because to me it just forces you to speak up instead of just having your easy way out. I dislike it and run away. I dislike and hit the no. If you dislike it, now you got to say why you dislike it. And don't get me wrong, I know that dislike comment button thing will happen. So sure, go like that comment and run along.
Respond to it and say why too. In those scenarios.
YouTubers, creators, whatever, they're never gonna get better at content in general if you don't give them feedback. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch my favorite Liverpool channel, Copish, on YouTube. I watch them, but I comment. I comment when it's really, really good. I comment when I'm like, hey, y'all could have done this a little better. I think maybe. I do that, not because I see that nobody else really does it. Most people just comment on the video and take it for what it is. But I'm the person who hop in and be like, hey, y'all could have maybe looked at your audio levels a bit in that episode. Y'all was a little off with the music, and it was just stuff like that is going to help them. You know what I'm saying? It's not that they're going to pick the comment out and highlight it, but
that's the thing.
I think that just removes like a good visual parameter on it. Not saying, because I mean, if you go to certain videos, people will still voice their opinions in the comments, ranging from game bad, delay or rip, whatever, to like the actual more nuanced, involved things where it's like, hey, this should be changed, add this, fix this, remove this, etc. I mean, those range of comments do still exist currently. I personally just don't see removing it adding to the quality of those comments. I think they're either going to stay the same or just get worse, really.
Potentially.
Yeah, and I mean, sure.
I agree with that.
Yeah, no, I do see the good.
That's showing the quality of the like. To me, that's still showing the quality of the likes and dislikes, though. Because those people voicing their opinion, like, some people really will just not like something because they hurt somebody they like, don't like it. No reason of their own. They just don't like it. You know what I mean?
I guess I'm coming from a place where, like, I've never actually seen that.
Well, like, take Zack Snyder Justice League, for example. As that was coming out, just as we were getting stuff like that, his videos were getting mad, and anywhere his stuff was posted, was getting mad dislikes, mad downvotes, mad DC everything.
Well,
it's toxic already.
But they were, I get that, but the point is, they were getting that up front. So if you're a general viewer and you look at that and you take that to heart, these dislikes and that stuff like that, you would look at that and go, well, maybe this is bad, or maybe I shouldn't like this, or maybe and you have no now you can say like, yeah, everybody should go do their own research, stuff like that. But if you're, if we're taking it as this is barometer of whether I should give this my time or not, and there's a bunch of people who just hate Zack Snyder, so they're downvoting it all instead of taking the art for whatever it is, then I'm saying that the scenarios do exist. Are they frequent or common? No, they're not. And are they going to happen to like us here? Probably not.
Yeah.
So I agree. Yeah, it's not the mental health thing is bullshit.
Yeah.
I think that is bullshit. I think that's just something they know they can say that they feel like we can't push back on, but it's not going to change my mental health. And I mean, maybe I'm different. I would love to see some dislikes pop on our videos. Dislike it, but I'm gonna try to figure out who disliked it, and I'm gonna try to find out why you disliked it. Dislike it and tell me why. I want to know.
Also, I'm looking for that. This is not even like a singular situation. This is a across the board type thing.
It's global. Yeah,
a lot of other apps have already transitioned to
doing it. I've noticed that the YouTube on mobile still shows likes and dislikes in some places though, and you can still dislike stuff.
It's still trickling.
It'll go
still on the mobile app, but it's not that way on a lot of the YouTube, on a lot of the
like if you look at the
web
desktop,
app,
the desktop app website, everything is gone. There's no,
for me, desktop and mobile.
Some pages now. I still follow some people where I could dislike if I wanted to.
I saw on this,
but I don't follow people to dislike them. So
yeah, me either. But yeah, for me, I've seen it. It's done. Like everything on my YouTube app on my phone is like this.
Yeah.
I don't really watch YouTube on my tablet that much. I haven't checked that yet. Well, it's trying to focus. It's working on it. Yeah, there we go. So it kind of says, well, you can clearly tell it says dislike, and then upvote is like 2.8 thousand or something.
Yeah.
2,800.
So it's like if you want, but there's you just won't see the number.
Counter.
The viewer won't see it. Now the content creator, they can go into their YouTube studio, into the dashboard, and you can look at per video. And I'll explain like this. Well, we know this, but it's really just for listeners and viewers. How it works is like when you look at your dashboard, you look at your list of videos, you can sort it by like oldest, newest, most views, just any other. On the right, you're gonna see the number of likes, and you're gonna see like 100% percentage there. Now, if it says like 10 likes, like 50% of that through the bar, then that clearly means like 50% up and 50% down. But you can hover your mouse over it, and it'll show you the actual thumb up and thumb down. So from a creator standpoint, you can still see the analytics and everything. So, I mean, for you, that's fine. But I guess for like, I guess it really depends too for specific channels and what they're trying to do. Because I mean, some channels are more of a community, even though they may do like news and stuff like that. It's more of a community. They try and like a more of a community based thing. So where the comments, you will see some of the ones like, oh, creator sucks, or blah blah blah, things like that. But you also see stuff where people actually be replying to each other, like long ass like streams, like freaking Reddit. And there's some that are just literally just, oh, this is news and that's that, and they keep it moving. And then you just see random people's responses. So it varies. I think this, yeah, just I don't know, man. Like I don't really view it as like something that will just vastly improve the YouTube comment culture, I'll call it, or the like dislike culture of YouTube. It's already pretty toxic as it is. Just I don't know. I really do think it's going to devolve into a lot of like this to dislike. I do think it's going to happen for that, and I do still think that like they're doing it for big CYA situations for companies that may want to like high possible narratives. A lot of people still do just because
I think that too.
They'll look at the thumbnail, they'll look at the title as clickbaity as it may be, and they'll look at the like, dislike, or now just look at the like and be like, all right, whatever, and then keep it moving. And then even if for some that do watch the video for like maybe a 10-minute video, they'll watch like a minute or two. They may not even go to the comments.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a drama related YouTuber or whatever, where you're like, oh yeah, let's look at the tea in the comments or some shit like that. Right. But yeah, so
it could also be a means to extend your attention or your attention real estate. Keep yourself on the app longer.
Yeah, that as well.
Like before, with if you could see how many people disliked the video, you would probably just go to the dip off.
Oh yeah,
whereas now you'll have to scroll through, or you have to see why.
Yeah,
that's part of the algorithm too. Like from what I just like kind of understand how the algorithms work is that YouTube's goal is of course keep you on their website. Not so much as they want you to watch. They want you to keep watch, kind of like get you kind of that rabbit hole of like once you watch one thing, and they get the duration of when you're watching a video, then they'll start recommending you stuff based on that and the runtime. Like if you watch stuff like maybe you hop on like a top 10 video and you only like bounce out like 20 seconds in, then you're not really gonna see many other top 10 videos from that channel or from other similar channels according to their algorithm. So and that's kind of how they try and lump things into you. And I think that's why they start doing the shorts as well. But that's a entirely different discussion. That shit, it's a mess. But yeah,
start making two ugly actual shorts.
I mean, we honestly I'm actually thinking about looking to do that for my Halo clips, like real rap. I'm actually considering doing it. Like I uploaded a clip that was like 25 seconds. And I think that might be too long for the average short. But I think I fucked up.
I've seen shorts that were like a minute, bro. You can upload a short.
I gotta figure out how it'll generate into a short. But yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. But anyway, but yeah, so yeah,
I'm interested to see what goes on, but I'm definitely on the side of removing it or not removing it. I'm definitely on the side of it wasn't really done to help us as people, definitely done to allow the corporations to hide from public disdain when people are putting out dislikes. So yeah, I mean, not that they cared about it anyway, but whatever. So
right, I know a lot of them don't even allow you to comment.
Yeah, there was.
You can remove. Yeah, you can remove your comments. Yep, you can absolutely. If there's a video you're gonna catch all the heat for, you can turn them comments off. Like all them YouTubers.
You can disable comments, and people can only see the likes; they can't see the dislikes. Now that becomes, are people real about these dislike campaigns? Because you can still go dislike that video, YouTube or that platform and that business still going to see the dislikes. They're still going to see this public outrage.
They can see it. Yeah, but us won't be able to.
Bad advertising dollars. It's still going to affect them. It's just you're not going to be able to see it out front. Outright to be talking about on the news and say, well, we can see here that this post got 250,000 dislikes. You're not gonna be able to see that. So yeah, cool, man, cool. Let's jump into console tea.
My teacup is in the kitchen. My mug is in the kitchen. Yeah, I got re-up on some tea this week actually.
It's just me. It's all right, guys. Okay. I'm glad it's been a lot more still happening because I want to there's another one that we talked about last week when we fake recorded and I practice record, and Jahra gave us a lot of good information and we just didn't record any of it. So once again, Jahra, can you please break down the Halo multiplayer for us? Explain it to us. Explain all the new shit that's been going on. Tell us how dope it is.
The first time.
Yes. Never before talked about, spoken, discussed. All right, cool.
Wait, you're playing Halo, Jahra?
What?
Yeah,
Halo?
actually, I'm playing Halo.
It came out? What? I thought it didn't come out until next year.
Well, man, let me tell you something, man. They were like, yo, we could release on December 8th. However, we're in a pretty good spot. Let's just release it early for them. Let's let them play the multiplayer early.
Isn't that a Monday? That's weird.
It was. They released it on a Monday, the beginning of the week. How dare they disrupt everyone's work week?
Inconsiderate.
Inconsiderate. All right. So yeah. So oh wow. I guess it has been almost 2 weeks. That's crazy. So okay. So November 15th. Microsoft Xbox, they had like a little pre-recorded video. I think it was only like 10, 15 minutes, where they talked about it was the 20th anniversary of the Xbox, and they talked about the beginnings and some of the consoles, ups and everything. And at the very end, they had the 343 team come on there, And they're like, hey man, we're so excited for Halo Infinite, and you know what? We had some really good tech betas, and you know what? The multiplayer is out now in beta, and everyone's like, ah shit. So everyone was scrambling, trying to download it, install it, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's been out since the 15th. It's out on PC, Xbox One up to the Series X, free to play. So yeah, it's out. We'll run through it real quick. So they have 10 maps, 7 for like 4v4, and then 3 for like big team battle, which is 12v12, with a mixture of like Slayer, just like deathmatch, capture the flag, total control for the 4v4 maps, strongholds for the 4v4 maps, which is essentially domination, and for the big team battle maps, it's take control, which is you cap 3 zones for your team. You get a point, and then they'll generate in other parts of the map, rinse and repeat. As well as like this other mode called stockpile, where there's 3 rounds, and each team has to get 5 of these energy seeds. It's something you have to pick up on the map. You can't use your weapons when you're carrying. You can throw it, but pick it up and run with it, but you can't use your weapons or grenades. You can melee with it as well. You have to get 5 at your base for each round. What you can also do is, before you get the 5 there, you can also steal from the other person's base and add to yours. So it's like a mad scramble of like grabbing stuff and fighting off people trying to grab them. And they drop them randomly in the maps as well. So the gist of the game as well too. That's all the playlists, how they have it. They don't have any like specific separate playlists like they've had in previous Halos right now, or everything I'm saying for Halo, it's up to Halo 4. I did not play Halo 5, so if there's anything different in there, I'm sorry, I can't really talk about it. But yeah, so they have everything lumped into 3 playlists. Well, 4 this week, but I'll get to that as part of an event. 3 playlists. Quick play, which is a mixture of 4v4, Slayer, capture flag, oddball, and strongholds on the 7 maps. It cycles through any of them. Big team battle, 12v12, like I said before. You have
Jesus.
Yep. Yeah. It's just pretty big. It works well though. 12v12 is a good number. 24
must be a big ass map.
They're all big maps, and they during those rounds too, as the games progress on, you'll get like, because usually how it was in the other Halos, you'll just have, these are where the vehicles are, and you just run to it and just do that. And if you get exploded, then you have to wait for the vehicles to respawn. Now, as the game goes on, as it escalates, you'll have the ships drop down, bring you more vehicles. Like you'll start off with like the little ATV mongooses or the warthogs. And then you'll start dropping like tanks, and they'll start dropping the ghost weapon, the alien ones, the ghosts, the wraiths. They brought the brute chopper back from Halo 3. They'll drop those down, so they'll keep escalating. There's like this new smaller like flying type vehicle called the Wasp. That thing, man, once you get a hold of that, and you're high up in the air, that machine gun, you can just rip people up, bro. You can just get killing sprees out of nowhere. But I feel like the vehicles are still probably the weakest they've been in this game, because like there are many more ways to take them down. Like, you have the grapple hook, the grapple shot, so you can just grapple on the vehicles and just yank people out and be like, get the fuck out and kill them. You can do that. In the other games, well, Halo 2 on, you could use the plasma pistol, the little charge-up pistol. You can shoot the little green shot, and it will EMP the vehicle and just disable it for a few seconds. Now you can't do that with those pistols. However, what you can do, they have like these other weapons that do like shock elements. Like you have shock grenades, you have like a shock pistol called Disruptor. You have a shock rifle, which you can like 1-shot or 2-shot people, headshot and get kills. But when you shoot those at the vehicles, it'll EMP it as well and just like turn it off for 4 or 5 seconds. And then also the vehicles, after a certain amount of time, they'll start beeping, they'll start glowing red. They'll just detonate on their own now. So you just have to get the fuck out of the vehicle. So yeah, so for like certain times, you can't just run around a whole match in the tank and just getting like 20 killing sprees, like running riots and rampages and shit. That doesn't happen quite as often now. But yeah, overall, the gameplay wise, like I talked about previously, it really feels like Halo 3 modernized as far as like the flow. You have equipment you can pick up They all have a use. All the equipment has a use. The vast majority of the weapons are really fun. You have your mainstays like the assault rifle, battle rifle, needler feels good, sniper feels good, and you have some newer weapons. And I can talk about more of the new weapons after this week playing. So some of the newer weapons, like they have this gun called the Heat Wave, where it shoots like these little plasma shots. They shoot like in a horizontal spread, but you can also click like your zoom in, and it'll make it into a vertical spread. You can like, and it's the exact same height of like you get your enemies in the reticle. And man, the shots can ricochet off a wall, so you can kill them like that. There's another new weapon called the center shot, which is like, now this gun is actually really cool. It took me a while to realize you can do this. So when you shoot it, it shoots like one shot. It's like another plasma heat-based weapon, and it'll bounce off one wall and it'll like do like an explosion. But if you zoom in, when you shoot the shot, you can kind of control the arc of the projectile with your right stick. So you can like flick it around. Yeah, it's not super easy to do, but like it's like you have to flick it almost, and it'll like change in the direction. And if you can get the angle and bounce right, you can just kill people from afar and stuff. And it's really dope. Other weapons are new in here that they added. Oh, there's this red long range Covenant type weapon called the Stalker rifle. I'm still kind of figuring that gun out. It's a mid-range type of weapon. It's a single fire shot and it's relatively slow, but you can kill people. I think I want to say three shots you can kill people. Headshot, 3 headshots you can kill them. And it's energy based. There's no like real reload. It's like when you shoot it, it'll overheat, and when you try and reload, just like exhaust it, it'll cool down. That's how like the little Covenant weapons work. And one of my new favorite weapons is called the skewer. It's basically it's a sniping weapon. It shoots these huge metal rods. It'll shoot one out. You can snipe people with it, and you just reload it like one per shot. But what you can also do with it, you can destroy vehicles with it too. So imagine like just a huge ass javelin being shot out from like a rocket launcher sniper size weapon and just obliterates vehicles. Some take like 2 shots, but like the smaller ones, you can like just blow up warthogs with them. Just yeah. So it's really good. It's really dope. This week they've had this event called the Fracture Tenrai event, where it's like a separate battle pass progression thing where you can unlock different cosmetics and XP boosts and stuff, and you get like this armor at level 5, which is like a samurai looking armor, and it's all gray. There's some other colors you can get with it, but they're locked into the shop for purchases.
That stuff isn't locked behind whatever you bought already for the battle pass stuff.
So the event pass is separate from your main battle pass you have. That stuff is free. You have to get it through level ups, and the way you level up through that,
the event battle pass is free.
Yes, each event battle pass is free, and the way to go through. So now I'll actually talk about the progression system, which is probably a huge point of contention online. I think I have a little different take on it personally. So the way you level up and get your experience through season pass, and weekly challenges, and they would say like, get X many kills with this weapon, or win 3 capture the flag matches, whatever. And some of them would take longer than others, but you didn't have a linear like level up of like you play a match, like you top your scoreboard, you have like 20 kills, 5 deaths, your KD is amazing. You didn't really have like a true like consistent way of getting experience per match. And that made it really slow progression. So we will be playing like for a day or 2 or even 3 and still be like level 1, level 2. And each level in the regular battle pass has, well, if you don't pay for it, each one has 1 to 2 unlockables. Some of them will just be like, you can get the first thing, but the second thing you have to pay for the battle, get the premium battle pass to unlock it. So the progression is a little, I went ahead and bought the premium battle pass because I knew I'll be playing the game a lot. And the premium battle pass is $10, which to me is not bad. And I think there's like, it goes close to 100 levels, 99, 100 levels. Even if you play it day in and day out right now, like you just no life it, like you don't have work, or if you're like a student or whatever and you're on holiday, you're just playing all day, you're not even gonna get close to like halfway. I think, unless you just get really lucky with the matches you get that relate to your challenges and just get those knocked out. But what they did in the middle, in the past week and a half or so, the same week it launched, they did an update where they made a daily challenge where just playing a match and you get 50 experience. So you do have a slow build now, but it's better than like no build. Yeah. Even if you don't do anything for challenges. And they remove some challenges and they tweak some. So that's your main way of leveling up. When you do your weekly challenges, you'll get what's called the weekly ultimate, which this week or the first week was a gold visor for your armor, but they had some issues with some of the challenges that weren't like adding up properly, so they just said fuck it, we'll give this one to you for free, so everyone got it as long as you log into the game during that first week. So this week they had like this color mod or whatever for the armor, and you just have, once you do the weekly ultimate, then that's it. So now I have like no challenges this week. They're done. So if you just play the game, you're just playing just for the sake of like having fun or doing rank, which, you know, I think that's the core of Halo in itself. So I think a lot of people online are complaining, especially like, I guess, gamers now, I guess, is because they like the way they look versus more of like how well they play or how much fun they have playing the game itself. Like the gameplay itself is solid. It's bringing a lot of old people back into Halo that, you know, dropped off after like Halo 4 or Halo 5 or whatever. But the cosmetic stuff, it takes a while to get some of the stuff, and as far as your armor customization. Me personally, it's not really taking away from my enjoyment of the game. It can be improved, but I think the core draw of the game is just playing really well, you know, doing ranked. And ranked is like, oh, I didn't even talk about ranked. Oh man, there's so much to talk about actually. I'll go through the ranked real quick too. So ranked is, they have different ranked ways you can get ranked. You have your team-based ranked, and that's just cross-play across the board. Keyboard, mouse, console, controller, it's across the board. And that goes from bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and onyx. And then within the bronze through diamond levels, you have levels 1 through 6, and there's a bar. That is separate from the battle pass itself. You don't have to worry about challenges or anything. It's just how well do you do? The shit's gonna go up. Even if you lose and like you have a positive KD, you play the objective. I've noticed the bars don't really go down as much. It may slowly go up, but it'll stay where it's at. So you won't down rank unless you're just griefing or some shit. Yeah. And then they have another rank for solo/duo. And that one you can actually toggle it, and you'll have a separate rank between controller-based games or keyboard and mouse-based games, which is cool. So that's really good that they separated that for the solo ranked modes. And of those are all 4v4. They're all battle rifle starts. You have no radar, so you won't see where anyone's at like behind you unless you just see them. And the maps have static spawns as far as like the weapons and stuff, and they're on the same timers. And it's like, yeah, so I think the ranked is pretty good in this. Only thing I would wish they would add, I wish they would just add separate playlists like they've done in the past. We like bring team SWATs back, bring shy snipers back, which is, you know, shotgun sniper. Everyone has that. And bring back free for all ranked, like they call it lone wolves on some of the older Halos. Though that was fun, and they can be a bit more chaotic too, depending. Like Slayer free for all, like you just won't know who's coming around the corner. So I think they should bring that back. But overall, the foundation is very, very solid. Fortunately, only issues or complaints or discussions right now are based on progression and cosmetics. Maybe 343 just has to work a better way of it, making it fair for both people playing for free as well as people that bought it, and, you know, them able to have a steady clip of unlocking armor pieces or, you know, weapon skins, vehicle skins, this and the other. And like ending poses for your character, you can unlock those too. But yeah, overall it's really fun. I'm looking forward to the campaign December 8th. I will be playing it and streaming it. I'm probably gonna do some editing with those because I get to like one of those really weird spawns or whatever. That's gonna suck. and I don't want to make a 3-hour video being stuck in this one place or some shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, look out for those. I'll be streaming that for sure on December 8th. So, but overall, it's great, man. I think Halo is back, bro. I really do think Halo is back. I just hope they continually improve the game where they have. And yeah.
I'm already seeing a lot of the go-to Destiny
People
people talking about Halo, and
because they can focus on multiplayer and they don't have to worry about any PvE stuff.
So the PvE side of Halo is like completely separate from the multiplayer.
So right now, it's not even in the game right now. I don't even think they've talked about their horde mode, which is firefight. Only things they've talked about is throughout the first half of next year, they're gonna bring in co-op campaign functionality, that's still pretty surprising. Is not in. So when you play the campaign, you can just only play it solo. Maybe there's something with the open world-esque aspect of it that they just haven't, finished up, because they did delay this game a whole year. Which is interesting. But I mean, I think graphically the game does look really good, even on my PC with like low settings, resolution scaled down from 1080p. I think the game still looks pretty nice on the streams. Brain fart. And the other thing is they're gonna bring in the Forge mode for like making your own maps and stuff. That's later on next year. But they haven't mentioned anything about firefight for horde modes or any other type of PvE modes. Maybe they'll incorporate that later. They're viewing the multiplayer side like this long-term game as a service type thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I think maybe we won't see that stuff in 2022, but maybe in 2023 going forward, we'll see more of it. I'll probably have more to say about it once going through the campaign. I get a gist of how the battles and stuff go through that. And yeah. But yeah, so no firefight announced right now. I don't see it never coming into this game. They haven't said anything about it. So yeah.
Thanks, Derek. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised, man. That's some self-control, bro.
I'm just wondering if you were gonna sneeze 4 or 5 times too, so I can laugh, but I guess not.
Oh no, I only let one of those off at a time.
Self-control all around. Look at that, man.
We're not rapid fire with it.
A new day.
Yeah, when I sneeze, we let the chop off. So,
Or shot
empty the whole clip. Empty the whole clip. Empty the whole clip.
Mm-hmm. Empty the whole clip.
I got my nigga headphones and he must be jamming, bro. That nigga jamming. Nigga sneezing his ass off. Oh man,
sneezing on beat. That's you.
West Side Boogie is his.
Yeah, West Side Boogie.
He's really into that. He's really into that production, though, man.
I told you, them beats got you sneezing.
That sample flip. Sneeze on the sample flip, bro.
Got you sick. I'm telling you, that's all I'm saying. But no, no, that was good, man. I can't wait to give Halo a try too.
Yeah, man. I talked about it for almost 20 minutes. Holy shit, didn't feel like it. But,
no. I mean, that's what it is. No, it's. I'm hyped for it, man. I'm ready. Once we get settled in, I can grab me one of these Xboxes.
Yeah, apparently the Series S has been, according to people I follow on Twitter, readily available this holiday season.
Yeah.
This
please,
Black Friday.
Please come get these. And that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping I can just catch one on a great sale. Like, yo, $125. Please don't pick it up.
Oh well, I don't know. Maybe if you trade something. Maybe if you trade something in for it.
150.
Well,
175.
Ask for gift cards.
Give me in a 200. Anyways, no, yeah. Okay. So funny enough, I think I came in today thinking that I was gonna have to do a little more convincing than necessary. I knew that the sale on Marvel's Avengers was going to be done tomorrow. And I was like, I have to see if I can convince these niggas to pick this up. Whether we end up playing together or not, I think the story alone that you can play is worth the current price of it. So if you listen, by the time you listen to this, it sale's over. But it is holiday season. I think it'll go back on sale again. So just hold your horses and wait and watch out. Do I think this game is worth $60? No, I do not think it's worth full price. Still, that being said, is it worth 20 for the deluxe edition or 15 for the standard? I think so. The story they're telling is a really good story. It's a really in-depth story. They're using really interesting villains. They're using really interesting characters. They're not just relying on, the basic characters and stuff like that. And even though we're getting, you get more in the DLCs and stuff like that, like with Black Panther and stuff like that. All the characters feel different. They feel cool, but yeah, you can go into any mission. Well, not any mission, obviously as the story progresses, you have to kind of unlock the characters as the story goes. No spoilers for the game, but you're unlocking the characters essentially. And there's a story mechanic for why you're unlocking the characters person by person. So as you build that roster, you get to choose between who you want to control when you go out on these missions, and then who you want to accompany you on the missions as well. So you have up to three. It's 3 of y'all, so it's you and then 2 other people. But then if
Destiny,
literally just like Destiny. As I said, yeah, it is Destiny with Avengers characters. But if you guys decide, yo, we want to hop in, or yo, we're on, we can hop on and we can all go do a mission. It could work out that we all have a certain character, obviously a different character, because you can't use the same character on any one mission, but we all have a different character that maybe we're trying to level up. And this mission can help us all get some resources that we're all looking for. So we go here and we do this, and now we're all playing a mission as different heroes and we're fighting around. And
what if we want to level up the same character
and play the game separately in that moment? If you guys
want to still play with you, but I want to play, but
I will play with somebody else, or I don't understand.
So there's no way to like.
It doesn't make sense for us to have both be Black Panther in a mission. Doesn't make sense.
I could be Gold Suit
multiverse. No, real rap. No,
Suit Black Panther.
Come on, man.
Well,
no. Not for the type of story they're telling here. Yes, I understand if you were really trying to pull some like, oh, these Black Panthers are different from the most, but that's not the case. Like it's not. That's not what this is.
Multiverse Black.
It does not make sense. It doesn't make sense to have 2 of these characters go on any of the missions. Once you start playing the game, as everybody knows, well, they don't know it yet, but you guys both bought the game, right? So as people will come to find out that you don't, and you guys will come to find out as well, the game isn't built to allow you to play 2 of one character, and you really wouldn't want to. It's cool to see the variation of it. To me, this game is what I was looking for, is basically, it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's Lego Marvel, it's Lego Avengers, but they have real powers and it's really expanded. It's the same thing, but this is really expanded, and it's cool to be out there and you're Miss Marvel and you see Hulk over there fucking somebody up, or you're handling business over here, and then you see a huge enemy come in, and your first thought is, oh shit, like how am I gonna beat him, or I've got to make sure I get my super charged up. But then out of nowhere, Hulk comes in and he's smashing something and he starts fucking shit up. You're like, oh yeah, like I'm not here by myself. This is cool. That's even better if you're actually with homies that are around. Like, yo, they, a big bruiser just got dropped in or whatever. Bring it in. Iron Man, his super is his Hulkbuster armor. So
Oh yeah, he does get Hulkbuster.
You bring Iron Man out, and that Hulkbuster can kind of fly and move still. He can't really fly, but he still jumps high and moves around. So you're flying around, you're just messing dudes up still. Like, and like I said, the skill trees on these characters are all very, very deep. So yes, you have a very limited set because you only have, again, I guess let me run through the character list real quick. We have we got Hawkeye, Kate Bishop. We have Black Panther, we have Black Widow, we have Hulk, we have Thor, we have Captain America, we have Iron Man. Am I missing somebody? We have Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan.
It's one of the core Avengers.
No, I'm talking about in the game.
The roster of the
playable?
game.
The roster. Huh?
Well, not Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, and
Yeah,
Black Panther.
I said those three first.
Okay, and then Spider-Man's coming this
Spider-Man's coming.
December. Yeah. I forgot when in December, but soon. They got him out in 2021.
Yeah, so I'm trying to think. I
don't know who's after Spidey though. There were leaks for other characters that will come to the game, but
Tony Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, Kamala Khan, and then Kate, Hawkeye, and T'Challa. Spidey's coming, and then, like I said, I think the story is. I think the story for the main story carries it. The end game, I think, is down to who you play with, and if you have a desire to really push a character to the end of their skill tree. I promise you guys, like when you guys start the game up, guys, whenever you do try to give it a chance, and you guys aren't gonna get no pressure from me. I'm gonna keep playing when I play, but I think when you guys start it up, just look at the skill trees and you'll see like the basic skill tree and then R1 or L1, whatever it is, and scroll over. I think it's R1. You'll scroll over and then you're gonna say, oh shit, this is bigger, and then scroll over again and you're gonna go, what the fuck? And then scroll over again and you're gonna go, fam, I'm supposed to unlock all of this. I'm supposed to unlock all of this to get the ultimate character. And I don't know how it works. Like, I'm sure you probably can't unlock every single node. I'm sure it's like, especially in like the champion upgrade, I'm sure it's got to be like you're building a certain tree of things. I would assume it's not just
I'm guessing like when you
every
go
node, but
I'm guessing when you go down the tree, you'll get the ability to unlock one of the other ones for those set of moves or something, maybe.
Nah, you have to see it to understand. Really, I'm trying to explain it, but I feel like I'm just gonna make it more confusing. Let me think. So basically, every skill on your tree costs 1 point, 1 skill point, no matter what it does, no matter what level it's at, everything costs 1 skill point, and you get a skill point at every time you level up. So sorry guys. So at any point, oh shit, got it.
Bless you. Bless you. Oh, we talked it up, bro.
Because I mean, I knew it was coming.
That's like, your fault, man.
Yeah.
Talked it up, bro. Hey man, better out.
I threw my hands up before it even happened because I was like, "Fuck, here it go." And Ian just gonna have a field day. It's like this nigga living the dream right now, man.
Living the dream. That's funny.
Yeah, sneezing in the middle of a pod. But yeah, man, you can. What was I saying? Damn, that sneeze fucked me up.
The skill trees and man,
I went from the skill trees
points.
The skill points.
Yes.
Every you'll get a skill point. So you can go to any point on the skill tree that is available to you to unlock, and you'll be able to unlock something from that. Like, you don't need resources or any other thing in the game to open up your skill tree. So from early, you're probably going to want to focus on like a lot more of your quick immediate attacks versus trying to boost up your special attacks too early. But you can boost them eventually. And the biggest things is the reason I really kind of put it towards Destiny, Ian, is because you have items that have certain boosts that they give you, whether it's, light combo finishers do more damage, or this does more stun damage. There's one attack, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like if you take damage, there's a chance that you just randomly launch like a missile back at the enemy in retaliation. There's just a lot of random shit like that in the game. So you can, but also if you get a, rare? No, common. So green, blue, or higher. If you get that, any colors, they normally come with a certain level of, you can boost their power. So normally greens, you can boost 3 levels. blues you can boost 5 levels, and the purples you can boost 10. Yeah. And that way you can kind of raise it up. So the benefit of it's just like Destiny, because the higher gear you wear, the higher gear that will be found. So you'll be out there. If you'll be like, man, this gear, I know I could just find something that might be higher than it. You probably will. But if you have the resources and you boost that green gear up 3 levels, instead of you finding gear, say it's a level 15 piece of gear, instead of you finding level 16 piece of gear, then finding level 17, then getting 18, if you burst that one piece up to 18, the next piece of gear you find will be 20, 19. You'll be higher already.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a method to how you even want to go about leveling your character up. And yes, you want to preserve some of your resources, but you realize they're kind of in abundance, and all of your characters share all the resources. So no matter what character you're playing, you're going to be able to collect resources. So some missions, you might have like a character and you're like, damn, I haven't been able to find any of these. And you think that resource is more precious than another one. The reality is you just haven't gone on a mission to an area where that resource was like just more available. So if you go with another character, you might go on a mission and start collecting them, not even realize you were collecting them, because for that character, you don't need that resource or whatever to level up. And now you come back and you're like, yo, how do I have 150 of these now? You're like, okay, I can upgrade. So you can boost all that shit, and that gets your levels up too. And that's how I've been getting my level up. You get stuff, you get resources back from discarding your old gear and stuff like that. You know, you'll get a lot of gear that doesn't have perks and stuff like that too. So it's a deep little game, man. It's a deep game. I can see it. To me, it's Destiny. When you play it, you're like, yo, this is Destiny. This is a Destiny model of game. It's just the classes, instead of having 3 classes, there's 7 classes or whatever, 8 classes or 9. There was like 10 classes, I guess. However many characters, I said it was 9, whatever it is. There's a roster that all, but the thing is, they all are unique, even at their base level. They're all unique characters. They all feel unique. They don't feel like carbon copies of each other. The only thing I have to see is the feeling between Hawkeye and Kate Bishop. I haven't gotten there yet.
I'm curious about that.
So I would be interested to see if they're just skins of each other.
Yeah, because they literally came out back to back, which was kind of funny.
Yeah. So that I do want to see that. I am interested to see if they put real variety there. I would hope. Because I'd assume Clinton can do some things that Kate can't.
I'm curious how interesting the gameplay loop is after you play through the story.
I don't think it's going to be crazy interesting. I think what it's going to be is challenging, and this is why I say it's Destiny. I think the gameplay loop is going to depend on how committed we are to saying, yo, let's hop on tonight and go beat that drop zone. Let's hop on tonight and go do this mission so we can level up. We have these characters that we're trying to level up. That's why I'm saying, like, I hear what you're saying about, like, oh, what if we want to play the same character? But the point is, like, we should be coordinating to know, like, what character it is we're looking to work on. And if these characters even work to complete this certain type of mission, because it might be the character we're getting. Maybe we need more bruiser characters. So maybe we need a Hulk, maybe we need Thor, and maybe we need Iron Man who can go Hulkbuster. And then we can, that's what we need versus, using a Miss Marvel who's going to be a little more frail, or a Black Widow who's going to be a little more frail, even though she's super fast. She's one of my favorite characters too. I haven't got her yet, but she's in the beta. And I play with her you play with her in like the prequel story type thing, and she's still fire. So she got the shooters. But I think it just depends on the group you're playing with, if you're playing with a group, or how much enjoyment you can get out of it playing with those characters. Me personally, but here's the difference, Ian. You know what it is? The problem I was telling you about Destiny, I think we talked about this too, was that pressure that it gives you to feel like you have to come back every week. You have to be every Tuesday. If you're not spending time playing this game, you're falling behind. There is an online mode that I haven't even bothered with. It doesn't seem like you have to at all in order to progress or do anything with your characters. If you want to, you can, no need. But there's no pressure that makes me feel like, oh, you have to play Avengers every single day. If you're not progressing with this character today, you're fucked. You're not going to be able to keep up. That's not the case. You play at your own pace. You hop on. Your story missions are always going to be at whatever power level your character is at. So you're never going to be able to run faster than the story mission. So if you're 31, the power is 31. If you get up to 40, the power is 40. Even mid-mission, even in the middle of the mission, if you started a mission and you started at 30 power, you get a couple chests and stuff, you open some stuff up, and you level your character up to 40, it's good. Your enemies are 40 now. Everybody, it stays level the whole way. So
what if only like different levels, like in the same party, were like different levels?
I think what it does, I think it will balance out to whoever's the host. I have to remember how it does it. Because I did it one time and we were different levels, and I'm trying to remember who it balanced to. One of us was off balance though, but the idea is that with revives and everything, we should be able to kind of handle it. Like I should be able to keep you alive. You just have to be a little smarter about how you play. But then the difference is you'll get big boosts in your drops, like when you come into my game if you're way lower than me. But at the same time, if you're too low, then it's kind of, But it also could be a thing where we'll double check it though. We'll double check it. I'll look up and see. We could see. If you were to, whenever you do get on, just let me know. You might have to get through some preliminary stuff to get to the multiplayer shit. But I can try to invite you to a game, and we can see if. Actually, you might not. Because if it's my game, you might not have to actually be through your story at all. You just have to be in the game. I could probably send you an invite, and then we'll see how it brings your character in or your characters in. The only character you probably have is Kamala Khan, though. So that's what I think it does. I think it would make you I think it would make you use a character from my party with my level. No, I don't know. I'm talking out my ass now. I have no idea. I have to double check. On what it does. But I don't know, man. It's fun. I think you guys will enjoy it when you play it. I'm interested to see what you guys think of it over the coming weeks, whenever you guys give it a shot. Whenever you guys give it some time. Because like I said, there's no pressure to play it. There's no pressure to be at a certain point in the game. There's no pressure to hop on every Tuesday for a certain reset. Your faction vendors do reset from time to time, but there's no pressure to be at every single one. Check it when you check it. It's not that deep. So yeah, cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. I'm pleasantly surprised with the Square Enix, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Square Enix Crystal Dynamics. I'm pleasantly surprised. There are some moments when things feel a little boxy, or things don't feel like they're going exactly how you want them to go. But overall, it's a fun experience. So I think you guys will enjoy it. And we'll talk about it again coming soon. Cool. Let's move on to something else we talked about in our practice podcast that now we're just going to kind of rehash. And I'm not going to lie, guys, it might sound for me like,
I don't even know what you're talking about, man. We never talked about this.
Yeah, guys. So Eternals. We are like, and I feel like we're super late to the party talking about Eternals, but we are here, Eternals, and I'll just go out the gate. I'll let the guys get out the way, but I'll just go out the gate and say that I enjoyed it, loved it, thought it was great, thought it was a great showcase of the cosmic side of the MCU. Beautifully shot movie. Mm-hmm. Story was cool. A lot of cool characters. Makari for the win.
Makari, speedster.
Makari's so cool. She got me being okay with, she got me off my Dr. Umar. I was all right with her and Drew Egg. That was all right. I'm cool with that.
I know, right?
I was on here talking about how they do be forcing all the black characters into interracial relationships. I told you that.
It's in everything.
I said that, bro. They do that.
It's everywhere.
They do that, bro. But Drew was cool, so I know what I guess. Yeah, we do take it. He was sick of the world's bullshit from the rip. He was like, nah, let me just mind control everybody and stop. But yeah, movie was good. I don't have any complaints. What about y'all?
Go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I I will admit the middle part does have a type of a lull when it comes to like gathering of the Eternals after the time skip, just in general. I think some characters got more shine than others. I think Sprite's character, well, I mean, her thing was, she's one of the Eternals where she's pretty much all the others have like adult bodies. They were born with the adult bodies or created. She was created with a, like a childlike body, but she has the maturity of someone that's been an adult that's been alive for hundreds of years.
But does she though?
Well, somewhat.
Sounds like a no to me.
Somewhat.
Her emotional intelligence is
well, her emotional intelligence is there. Yeah, that's low. But her emotional intelligence is low, but like her being around and seeing civilization and I guess spinning a lot of the so-called folk tales of people like Gilgamesh and things like that. Perhaps could have been from her within the MCU. But yeah, I agree. It was a well shot film. Like I see why they were like really pushing for this to be in theaters alone at day one. Because I see 100%. Chloe Zhao, her strength of like she knows wide shot landscapes and characters in different spots and just it looked really good. Like you could tell, like I mean, we had our CGI parts for sure. Of course the battles and everything, but like when it comes to characters talking, you could tell they're actually in London, that they're like in parts like the Middle East or some other parts, or maybe Europe or things like that. It looked nice. It was a change. It was kind of a breath of fresh air, I would say. As much as I love the MCU movies, a lot of them are just in big old closed sets with green screens on every angle and this and the other. So it was refreshing to see. I think the only thing that kind of I'm more of a down point in the movie. So for me personally, it was just like the deviants. They just were like there, but not. Right. It's weird. I mean, I get they're kind of like just there. That was part of their reason of being on Earth. Issued by the Celestials of being like, you need to just body the deviants and then just monitor the planet and make sure everything goes smoothly as far as like a celestial being created in the planet, that's the whole gist of it, really. But yeah, overall I enjoyed it. I do hope we see them in more movies going forward, at least the ones that were in the end of the movie. I enjoyed it. I don't really agree with a lot of oh man, this movie sucks type stuff. Like maybe the characters, maybe to each person aren't as convincing because they introduced like 10 characters in the whole movie. But I think for the most part they all came across mostly compelling for me. But yeah.
Yeah, I basically feel the same way. Visually stunning. They hit all the traditional Marvel movie cinematic universe bullet points. Comic relief, serious moments here and there, great action scenes, visually appealing. All those things are there. I think my only issue was how they juggled the characters. It was top heavy on Icarus and it's probably obviously they were the main characters, but I would have loved to see more interactions with everybody else, especially considering there were seemingly beefs or interactions with characters that we didn't really get to experience, and for that reason, it to me felt unjustified when it was brought to light. You're like, oh, I'm mad at you. Like, okay, well, why? And we never really got the why in some instances. I would have loved to see more Makari interactions as well, but I understand they just tabled her for, in the ship, I guess. I would have loved to see her more, but when we did see her, it somewhat made up for that lack of her presence in the film. Also, the deviants, I wish they had I guess I wish he became the main deviant. I wish he became more he became intelligent sooner. I like the parallel that they made between the Eternals and the Deviants, and that they were basically the same. They just, were tools for different points in time.
Yep.
And I wish they would have expounded on that more a little, but I mean, they made the point. They took it home, and then they just deleted them. Oh well. But overall, I like what this. I like this aspect of the MCU. I can't wait to see more. The end trailer alluded to us seeing more of that side of the MCU, so that's really dope.
Yeah.
I thought this was going to expound or introduce mutants, but that might have been a presumption.
It's speculation, but
a speculation. Yeah.
Now I'm just, as time goes on, I'm just continually curious. Like, damn, how are they going to introduce X-Men? We keep getting all these other characters from all over the place. Like, how are they going to
do it? Yeah.
Where were they at? Like,
so that'll be interesting to see how they do that. Still remains to be seen, but overall, yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, cool, man. What was y'all ratings?
I would rate it an 8 out of 10.
What did I say, man?
I
never said it. What am I talking about?
You did say it.
It's our first time.
I know what you said, so I'm just curious to see if y'all niggas gonna be consistent or if y'all niggas gonna switch it up. I'm just curious.
Coming out of the theater, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10, but I having sit here and divulge on the movie with you guys, I think I'm willing to bring it up to an 8 as well.
Man.
Okay, I like the consistency from y'all, and I'm gonna be consistent as well. Yeah, I gave it an 8.5.
Ooh,
not a 9.5, not a 8.75.
No. Oh yeah, I did say 8.75, but that we don't count that. So I went with 8.5. That's the closest.
Yeah, that's a. It's like,
but 8.75. I did say 8.75. I did say 8.75 originally. That was my original. But I thought that was kind of being a little extra, so I was like, yeah, I'll stick with 8.5 and be confident in that. But 8.5 was good because I don't think it was good enough to be a 9, but I don't think it was. I think it was better than an 8. I think it was better than 8.5 too. But for the weight of what it had to expose us to, I definitely thought it did a good job of that. But yeah, so cool stories. We are. What's the next movie? What's the last movie of the year, Jahra? Spiderman.
Spiderman: No Way Home. December.
Right,
oh, you know what?
When does Mobius come out?
Morbius. It's early next year.
Okay.
Keep pushing. Yeah, I think it's like January, February, something like that next year. Yeah, that they're sending it out because they're not sure how it's gonna do. They're not sure, bro. Is that or movies that come out early in the year, like the first 2-3 months, are usually like them. We don't know how it's gonna do. I mean, there's exceptions, of course. Like I think Black Panther came out.
Yeah, Black Panther came out top of the year,
in February that year. But whatever. I still think they low key were thinking Black History Month. But anyway, the Spider-Man's on the side. Spider-Man thing is actually going on sale. Well, for those listening, it'll already be on sale. But it's going to go on sale on Monday, 29th, which is
this is interesting.
I can't even imagine how bad that could be.
I'm not gonna. I don't even.
I might just waltz up in a matinee.
Movie, yeah, I'll try to catch a matinee. See if I can catch one
to the matinee. Yeah, I'm not.
I think we're just gonna have to try
in
to
the middle of the week, take a day off, or go to work late, catch a morning.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
Try to catch it when we catch it, because I don't think
that's
it's
a great.
Be...
That's a great.
Or
idea.
I'll take a long lunch break one day and go catch it midday. Catch it at noon.
Nobody's gonna be at the theater then.
Huh? Nobody gonna be at the theater. I can go down to Midlock Bridge, where we used to go all the time. I can go out there. Oh, well, I mean, I'd be at work.
Oh yeah,
I'd be at work, and the Medlock Bridge is literally like 10-minute drive away. maybe 15. But anyways, yeah. Yeah. That's we're gonna have to finish our way to seeing Spider-Man. But that's cool. So last but not least of the day, we got a spoiler drop. There's a spoiler drop for Eternals. At some point it played. There's another spoiler drop for Hawkeye. First episode drop on Disney Plus.
Yes, sir.
Geronimo.
Yeah. So last MCU Disney Plus project of 2021, Hawkeye. Episodes 1 and 2 came out. Honestly, bro, I'll say this real quick. When you because I know Derek, you saw it first, and I saw it, and then Ian saw it. Mm-hmm. When you said the run times, I was actually kind of shocked. I did not expect 50-minute plus episodes. I was like, oh shit, okay, feature length.
Nope. Didn't even feel like
it at all. No,
it didn't. No. I think they were paced pretty well.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
Didn't feel super rushed. All right, so episode 1 pretty much gave us the true introduction to Kate Bishop. I'm not gonna go scene per scene exactly, but just kind of go with the main gist of each one. But yeah, so it pretty much started us in 2012. No happened in 2012. Avengers 1 happened. The Battle of New York happened. The Chitauri invasion. It showed her as like a young girl. She's living like some really nice, lofty building or whatever in New York. Mm-hmm. And her parents were there, and she, they're arguing or whatever. It seemed here nor there. But yeah, the main gist of it was she's spending time for mom, and all of a sudden a big explosion happens, or like the building's like shaking like an earthquake, and parts of it breaks off in her bedroom. Little Kate, she's like, I don't know, 9 or something. Yeah, she's a child, basically. Like that. I think she's a child.
Yeah,
she's 10 anyway, whatever. Yeah, so she sees, we see the little aliens flying around, and she's like, oh god, it's happening, blah blah blah. And guess what, who we see on one tower? We see Hawkeye himself, Clint Barton himself. He's spinning off all these alien dudes, just bow and arrow, looking badass. I think that shot was interesting because I haven't rewatched the first Avengers in a while, but a part of me feels like that actual scene was like, I mean, obviously it's a different angle, a different viewpoint, but I think that actual part of the movie happened where he's on the building top shooting. He does that thing where he like jumps off the building, he like shoots up, to like swing through or something. I think that actually happened in the movie. I think it did, but I have to go back and double check. But she sees and she's like, oh wow, she's like, oh man, Avengers are amazing, or this any other. And then it fast forwards to now, which I think MCU now is 2024. I think that's the little time skip after Endgame. So this takes place after Endgame, and it's holiday time. And generally, it Clint Barton Hawkeye is with his daughter. They're watching like a Broadway musical because it's New York City, and it's supposed to be so apparently in universe. To commemorate the legend of like Captain Steve Rogers, Captain America. They made Rogers the musical, which is a big old musical with the main Avengers people, and they're singing. It's actually really funny, and it's really campy, and it's kind of cringy on purpose because like Hawkeye and his daughter looking like, ooh, like this doesn't even look like me, stuff like that. And so that pretty much happens throughout that. We see a clip of like Kate Bishop. She's like in college, and she's doing like some, I guess, dare where she can shoot like this clock tower bell with her bow and arrow, because she apparently been doing archery for years and years and years since she was a child after that Avengers 1 moment. And she calls it the crash. And she goes back home to meet with her mom, who are apparently really rich. Her dad's not in the picture anymore. Soon that they're divorced. And that sucks and everything. But the main gist of that,
dad died.
Dad died. Oh yeah, he did die. My bad. He did die. He died. Yeah. The dad died. Yeah. So the dad
in the Battle of New York. Yeah.
Dad died in the Battle of New York. Yeah. So I have a couple of little minor gripes with how the little family thing goes about current day stuff. But the whole gist there's clearly some friction still with her and her mom. She comes back for the holiday because it's Christmas time in the show right now. Funny enough, it's Christmas time now. How good job, Marvel. And she learns that her mom is dating this one dude, this older dude, who I guess is also part of like the company she owns, her mom owns. And he got a little beef with, oh, you're now dating someone, didn't tell me, which I mean that's warranted. But I feel like it's like so many years have gone by. You think she might have tried date again during that time? I don't know. That's probably
you 22 years old and you still feeling away about her.
Yeah, you're 22, and I don't know. That scene, I don't want to say it's unrealistic, but it just seemed like, I don't know. It just seemed a little too odd for the given amount of years and everything. And then she's an adult now, but I don't know. It didn't convince me, but whatever. I don't care for her mom, the character. But yeah. So in the next parts of that, she was invited to go to some fancy schmancy, like pompous dinner for her mom and her business friends are there. Mm-hmm. She was, oh, why don't you wear a dress? And Kate Bishop, her character as we see now, she's kind of headstrong, she's kind of brash, she's kind of tomboyish. But it's kind of smart enough on to where she can figure stuff out on her own. She's got this like go-getter type of attitude and certain thing. So she was kind of like, I'm not gonna, like, maybe I'll see there or whatever. But then you find out she does go later, but she's not dressed up. She's kind of like acting as like a waiter. She kind of snuck in, is kind of trying to be incognito because she's suspicious of old buddy that's dating her mom. Very suspicious of that dude. She's not sure about it.
We saw that different.
What?
She said she didn't want to wear the red dress, and then she popped in the suit. Wasn't trying to be a waiter. She just popped in the suit. That's what she wore there. Like, that was her fit.
That was her fit.
Then she happened to blend in with the waiters.
It just worked out that way.
I'm gonna let you get through this shit, but we're gonna talk about the convenience of this shit for her.
It was very convenient. It was super duper convenient.
She was in that. All right, we'll get there. But she's a lot of convenient shit is flowing for this girl. Then she looked goofy as hell when she showed up in that suit, bro. I'm sorry. I know they were going for. Like,
I know they were
like,
too.
We're going against the grain and empowerment.
Yeah, that suit. She didn't even look like
she did not look like somebody who was rocking a dope suit.
It wasn't.
They could have put her in a dope. It wasn't given at all. It wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. It was not.
Yeah, like
it was not.
Yeah.
No. Well done.
The shoes was crazy. Like she flop around these big ass shoes and people can't hear her moving. I'm like, fam,
very convenient. Yeah, a lot of that with her premise was very convenient. I'll definitely agree with that for sure.
And then all that little sneaking around shit. We'll get there as you get there. But she was just very like.
Side note, that scene where he's Clint is jumping off the building. It's like shot for shot.
It is shot for shot. Okay, cool. Movie. All right, bet. I kept thinking like, damn, I feel like that.
Only thing that they added was the alien flying towards her building and him popping that. That was an addition. But after that, everything else was shot for shot. And then you see the perspective from her of him jumping off the cliff.
Okay, cool. So my memory was.
Did y'all see them point out the one inconsistency?
What inconsistency?
Actually, no.
What was the inconsistency?
The Stark Tower.
Oh, it's not Stark Tower. Well,
no.
The Avengers Tower?
No.
It wasn't Avengers Tower yet.
Yeah. But remember how the letters fell in Avengers 1.
That was a big fat A that fell.
No, the K fell first.
Oh, Stark as in K. Okay.
The K fell first at the end of Stark. The K fell first. And then the A was what was left, which is why they got the idea to make it Avengers Tower. Right? That was the thing. It was like, the A is left, Avengers. That was the whole thing. But when you look at this one, what's left is I think the K. I think it's the A and the K are left. And it's like, well, the K was the first letter to fall before. So why is the K left here? It's a small inconsistency.
That's interesting. You call it. I don't remember.
Inconsistent.
I believe you though.
Yeah, we caught you, Kevin.
That's not the first time they've had inconsistencies too.
They probably did it on purpose for some reason too. Like, what you guys don't know is that was our secret. So now this is actually Marvel Universe 617.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Multiverse.
Man. I mean, we already know now in current data that tower is something different. We already know that now.
Well, yeah.
And it's got bought out based on Spiderman Far From Home, which a lot are speculating, but whenever that becomes more relevant to talk about, we'll talk about that. The far future. No, not even that. Oh,
I don't know. I'm just saying shit because I'm playing the Avengers game now.
Oh, gotcha.
I just wanted to say his name.
I got you. Nah, you're good. Nah, I think MODOK and AIM will get into the MCU eventually. They gotta have so many evil corporations. But yeah, okay, back to Hawkeye. Yeah. So let me keep my facts straight on this. Yeah. So she does wear the all black suit. Yeah, it's not the best look ever. I guess it's to show that she's all like, I'm not listening to mom. I'm gonna wear what I want, and I'm gonna just wear
I get
all
it.
black
They could
all black affair, etc. I guess, well, for the most part. Yeah, so she's there, and she meets her mom, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm here. This and the other." The dude's name is Armand. Yes. She also meets the this older dude who's also, I guess, her mom owns a security company, so they're rich. They come from money, so they know a bunch of other rich, important people in New York City. And she, the old dude's like, "Oh, I haven't seen you, King, blah blah blah, forever." And she's like, "Oh, whatever, just here, just cause." So she kind of goes snooping, inconspicuously, quote unquote, and overhears
with a tray of deviled eggs.
Yeah, tray of deviled eggs.
And she just says, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, Gary sent me." I'm glad they at least caught her at one point.
Yeah, right.
A guy named Gary in there.
I'm just glad that the dude who's like, he went and tried. No. She overheard the name Gary when she was walking in. She overheard the name Gary, so she knew that she's like, somebody tell Gary I'm da. So she overheard the name Gary. So I was okay with her knowing the name. That was realistic. She didn't just pull a name out her ass. That was fine. But then the guy was like, fuck what she's talking about. She's like, well, if you want to question Gary, and he was like, well, yeah, I'm gonna go question Gary. The fuck, I'm supposed to be the only one down here. Hey, Gary, and it got this nigga, but then how she just slips away from him. I'm like,
yeah, that was super duper convenient. So yeah,
and all of that while Buddy never saw her down there at all. Never saw her down there. Didn't notice it was her the whole time, and she doesn't change her voice when she's in her suit. Hey man, I'm just saying.
I think she didn't know. I think he did notice her.
Maybe
when he looked at her in the suit, he looking at her in the eyes, and it looked like he was like, "Is that?" And then there was a pause. There was a pause in their interaction, and then they dipped off.
It wasn't giving. It wasn't giving.
It wasn't giving.
It wasn't giving.
Okay.
It wasn't giving for me.
Okay. So yeah, so she somehow successfully sneaks in to the little downstairs wine cellar or whatever, and she discovers there's an auction going on. Bunch of powerful people, I guess New York or whatever, that got money, and they find out that they're auctioning the Ronin suit and this little fancy sword that like extends out of the handle. And then what was it? The dude that her mom is dating, I think Armand, him and actually I think it's his uncle. That wasn't his dad. I'm tripping. I think it's the older dude's his uncle.
His uncle.
Yeah, it's his uncle.
Yeah, it's his uncle. Yeah, apologies. Yeah, so him and his uncle, you're like, "Oh, what are you doing? You're trying to outbet me with this?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to outbet this and the other," which leads more to like case suspicion of Armand being this sus dude that her mom is dating.
Well, remember, oh my bad, but remember the conversation he had too, where he told her like, where he was like, Armand bid, and the uncle was like, "You don't have $300,000," and he's like, "I will when I inherit it."
Yep. I will when I inherit it. Yeah.
And at first, I thought I didn't realize the dynamic. I thought he was saying like he's gonna inherit it from like his parents or something like that, like someone that's no, I'm inheriting it from you, nigga. Like, you about to get out the way.
Mm-hmm, that's what he meant. Yeah,
that's what you mean. Yeah, you out the way now. Goodbye. Inherit.
That was the zing. That's the callback from episode 2. We get there as well. That's the zinger for that. Yeah. Yeah, and so right as they're about to actually complete that auction, everything, big ass explosion happened. This truck busts through, and then like regular Armand dude, he actually in the midst of all the chaos, he sneaks and gets Ronin's sword, and it's like, "Yeah, man, I got this shit." And then Kate's like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" Somehow no one still knows that she's there. Holy fuck.
Yep. Mad convenient.
Holy hell. Hidden
dumb convenient. Just you gotta have special kind of luck.
Yeah.
She sneaks and actually puts on the Ronin getup, which is the first time we've seen the Ronin shit since Avengers Endgame. It's literally our only second appearance, so we don't see that much. For listeners that aren't familiar, it's basically just a somewhat generic like ninja getup with like the hood and everything, gloves and everything is all black, with a little slight gold highlights here and there, slight. So she puts that on, so no one really recognizes who she is. But then we find out that the dudes that bust out of the van are these dudes in tracksuits and friggin' not ski masks, but the full those ski masks and the full mask. I forgot what those are called. And then she busts out finding all them dudes. We see she got the hands. She not just some, oh, I had come from money looking at. She got the hands. And I mean, she's not exactly the best at, but she still got hands. You can tell she's still amateur and shit.
Yeah.
She somehow manages to get away. She's trying to run across the street. She sees this dog, this little kind of mangy looking dog with a bum eye, and she chases after it to be like, yo, what the fuck? And the dog is running across like a traffic light or whatever. No, not traffic light, just traffic. And she saves the dog miraculously. Everything is so convenient, bro. It's perfect. What a great introduction.
I thought the dog would have had the watch or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the dog stopped the guy from getting the watch. I don't know.
Yeah, the dog.
What happened with the watch?
The dog. I understand getting like writing Lucky into the show or whatever that they wanted to write him in, but like make him have a purpose, bro. Like, don't just write him in for fan service. And this is the knock on Marvel. Sometimes they do shit for fan service.
She does think that the dog ate the watch, so maybe all that pizza will act as a diuretic for him to pass the watch.
If the watch becomes an important thing later,
yeah, if it does.
Well. If that's the long game, I will shut the fuck up. Kevin Feige, excuse me.
Well, I think they're gonna have so the dog they named the well, actually I'm gonna wait till we talk episode 2 on that. Yeah. So she runs away with the dog, and then we see Clint Barton Hawkeye come back to the place where he's staying at. I guess with his kids, and he's looking so in a TV and they see a news report like, oh, we see Ronan down the streets, blah, 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 blah. He's saying like, what the fuck is this shit? And so we see a cut where like, now this is also some goofy ass shit too, where like, for somehow Kate sneaks into, I'm looking back at this now actually. She sneaks into her little crib, little basic crib she's just had. She's like, oh, the dog followed her. She's like, who the fuck dog is this? So she feeds her this last slice of pizza, where the whole thing is this dog is named Lucky, the pizza dog from the comics, who has more relevance in the comics, but whatever. It's a dog companion. Who doesn't like the dog companion? But yeah, she tells the dog to stay there while she tries to run out. Now, the house she gets into, I can't remember if it's her home or if it's or her mom's home, or if it's another home she's getting into, where she discovers that Armand's uncle is dead. I don't remember. I don't think that was super clear to me. I'd have to rewatch it. But when she comes in there, she recognizes like this candy that's on a table. I think it has like a little logo on it. And she sees Armand's uncle dead on the side, and it's like, what the hell? This dude dead as fuck. She's still wearing the Ronin stuff, and then I guess the dude or his wife walks in, like, oh, I'm home. This is this. Somehow, some way, I guess she's all hooded up because it's cold. Yeah, housekeeper, whatever. She's all hooded up because New York is cold.
You don't hear them big ass boots running behind her.
Right, that got me too. I was like, how you not? I was like, how do you not know? Okay,
but a camera caught leaving the scene. I was like,
she just barely slips out of there.
I was like, y'all are making this mad convenient, but okay.
Yeah. She just runs down the street and she gets kind of cornered in like one street. Like 2 vans pull up, tracksuit dudes walk out. They're speaking their little Eastern European talk and whatnot. It's like, oh yeah, we got you, bro. Like, yep, we got you. You suit ours, Roman. And so she tries to fight them, and she kind of sort of gets backed away. She tries to escape again as well. But then she kind of locks herself in a car to hide from them. Well, not hide, but kind of protect herself. And then she starts hearing some other dude giving them the hands. And we find out it's Clint Barton Hawkeye. He's like, who the fuck are you? And she grabs Kate, like, who the fuck are you? Takes the hood off. And then that's how the end of the episode. That's episode 1. So a lot of convenient shit in this episode that leads to her being like, how the hell did I get into this mess? I just was trying to sneak and see what the hell this Armand dude was doing. But we do get the thing where, Clint and Kate do meet each other face to face for the first time. So that's episode 1. I think it was a decent enough introduction. Couple callbacks to Avengers 1. Didn't expect that. So Ronan, I think the Ronan alias is gonna be big in this show. So that's interesting. So episode 2. We got 2 episodes in one day, and they're gonna be on Wednesdays going forward until I think the end of the year. It's a 6-episode show, by the way. So another one.
Are we getting 2 every Wednesday?
No, just one.
One now.
Oh, so it's just the okay.
They kind of did the WandaVision thing where they did 2 because they kind of go hand in hand. That's just how they did it or whatever.
Also, I think it's just a good launching point. Give us 2 episodes, get us really invested. Give us a lot of plot moving, and then we'll stick around for, especially a short series like this. I think it's easy for people to stick around for 4 more episodes now.
Yep. So yeah, episode 2 pretty much begins where episode 1 ended, where Clint kind of has Kate in the alley, takes off the hood, and it's like, "Who the fuck are you?" She's like, "Oh man, you're Hawkeye." So you can tell she's starstruck because she looks up the fucking Hawkeye. Like that's the whole reason why she took up archery as a kid and this and the other, and is actually good at it. But they're kind of just going back and forth figuring out what's going on. And she's like asking questions like, "Oh yeah, it's like we gotta do the Avengers thing, right? So we gotta look and follow tracks and this is just trying to impress him or whatever." And he's just like, "Whatever." Okay. Like it's whatever. Like, why do you have this suit? Let's just put it let's just get it and let's go. But then they go back to her spot, and then the dog is there, and he's like, "Where did you get the suit?" And she's kind of like, "From a thing," but she's kind of being coy about it. She's not really going deeply into it yet. But then in the midst of it, she changes into like a all purple sweatsuit or whatever, and she's like, "Hey, but can you sign my bow though?" Like she go into full fangirl mode. And just like, "Oh, we don't got time for this shit." There's like some light swearing in this show, which is kind of surprising. I think it's surprising. Not really. Yeah. I don't know.
I think Disney Plus is trying to establish itself as a place where those type of shows can still exist, because I think that was all of our fears when it came to Disney and their branding. If they're going to put these Marvel shows here, were we going to be able to get some Marvel shows with slightly darker themes? And I think we were nervous about that, because it's like, it's Disney. The kids are going to be on this app. The kids want to see the superhero movies and shows. Are you going to be able to put this here behind some sort of lock, or what do you do? But they're showing us like, hey, we're willing to put this on this app now with a little bit of it here and there. Because obviously we're getting a series like Moon Knight on here. Yeah, I assume that's going to be very dark and very violent and stuff like that. So
that's going to be,
there's going to be stuff with that. So, I think they're just pushing the envelope now.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah, because like there was a couple times Quinn was like, "I ain't got time for this shit" or whatever. And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So yeah. But they get to, they're at Kate's crib, and they're trying to exchange, or she switches out the suit and they're about to leave. And all of a sudden, tracksuit dudes roll up, they follow them. And they're like throwing Molotovs and shit at the windows. And it's like, what the fuck? And then they're like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And it catches on fire, actually. Kate shoots like a fire extinguisher, and it does like break out and like fuck up, I think fly out into their van outside or whatever. So that's convenient, but it also shows whatever, she's a good shot again. So they're kind of on the run, more or less. Well, not on the run. Honestly, they're kind of just fleeing the area. And they have a funny moment where they kind of continues to like ground us with like Clint Barton as Hawkeye. And they're like, Kate's like, "Yo, where should we go next? What are we doing next?" He's like, "Oh, we have to kind of get some essential supplies." Like, "Oh yeah, Avengers supplies, right?" And just go to the bodega. He's getting like Neosporin and all other basic shit. And he's like, "Oh well,
I'm a person.
I'm a human being. I'm not super serum soldier. I'm not billionaire tech genius with a suit. I'm not a Spiderman. Whatever." Yeah. So they're doing that. They're getting just shit from there. They managed to, I guess Kate manages to not against her her aunt's random place.
Oh yeah, another convenient. Her aunt's out of town for the whole duration of the show, and I have a key again. I know. Well, I can just break in.
It kind of gives me Home Alone vibes, low key. I mean, not exactly, but it's like that. Yeah, I can see that. I'm just here, I'm just breaking this shit just because I can or whatever. But yeah, she goes in, and honestly, everything in this is kind of cool. This scene here, because like it kind of shows well, 1K is still trying to think like, oh, I'm a Miss Avenger, my number one Avenger. I'm trying to impress this and the other, but she's still very green and new to shit. So Clint is like she's trying to she has like this little frozen thing she puts on her head. She got blood and scratches and stuff. And Clint's like, no, you didn't clean this out right. Let me show you the proper way. Like if you're gonna be doing random shit, let me show you the right way. So that's I think that's like the beginnings of like the protege master type thing kind of starting, even though he's begrudgingly doing everything. He's literally just like done. He's like, man, why is this show 6 episodes of this shit? I'm already exhausted. I'm already tired. So yeah, so he pretty much just like, yeah, just clean your shit, stay here. I'm gonna go out and try and figure out, he's like, I'm gonna go back and try and get my suit from your old place that's been burnt down. So he goes there and he sees there's a bunch of firefighters and shit there. Y'all can add details in between if you think I'm missing anything particularly, but he goes there. He kind of slick. He goes to the fire truck and he slick puts on a firefighter suit and a hat and just kind of acts like he's walking through as well incognito. I don't know. That stuff is like hilariously convenient.
Yeah, he put his whole book bag in the car and
left it there, and not one person questioned it.
Yeah, I think at this point it's like partially it is kind of like on the nose, like
it's just jokes, right? It's just jokes. They're just like, this is funny. Y'all know it's extra convenient. Y'all know this shit don't make no sense. We gonna get away with it anyway. It's comic books.
Yeah, I think it's
nice of someone to leave this fire rush suit.
I mean, you know what? Yeah. To be fair, this is the shit that they get away with in the cartoons that we loved growing up. It's just now in live action because live action is kind of the preferred medium right now over cartoons. So because of that, we're getting those same moments in live action.
We see that in a bunch of movie stuff too.
In cartoons, right? It looked more believable and Batman slipped in and he switched from this to the. Bro, Superman was like Flash had a whole outfit in his ring. Like Superman is like
he really did though.
Superman is going into a phone booth and ripping his suit off and now having a suit on and putting on glasses and nobody can tell and taking off his glasses and nobody can tell he's still working at the shop.
That's the classic camouflage, man. And glasses.
Yeah, like come on.
Any show or anything that does that gag, they just know. It's like you never see any Superman. You just know. So yeah, I think it's kind of like So overall, it's kind of like I think that's what they're aiming for. That's the vibe they're aiming for. It's not super serious yet, but it's kind of got this kind of slightly goofy, like okay, they're kind of sneaking in and doing shit their own way. So yeah, he puts it on. He walks through. Yeah, the place is mostly burnt to a crisp. He looks on like that one part of the table where she left the Ronin suit, and it's not there. And now Clint's like, shit. What the fuck? God damn it. I'm just mad at everything right now. Why is everything like this? And he's like, yeah, so the suit's not there, and he needs to figure out where the suit went.
All you gotta do is look around.
Yep, you just looked around.
If I just look around, I'll conveniently see this sticker on the fire truck that I stole this suit from that nobody noticed me go in or out with. And I'm going to just guess that a firefighter took something from the scene of the crime and ran off with it to LARPing, something he doesn't know or understand, but feels that is where the costume would have went, even though he doesn't know what LARPing is.
Man, saw a sticker on a car. And
LARPing,
it just happened to be exactly the lead he needed.
But he didn't know what LARPing was, so why did he even consider it a clue as to where someone would have taken the superhero costume or the costume worn by a supervillain? Why would he have even considered it? Because he doesn't know what LARPing is. He learned what LARPing was when he got there.
Right.
Anyways.
Super convenient. All funny shit. So he goes back and he's like, yeah, so So he has to figure that stuff out. But yeah, and then I guess towards the next day, he's with his kids and he's like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna be in New York for a bit longer. I got some unfinished business to do. And her the middle child's son, and the youngest son, like, yeah, okay, whatever. Or is that the oldest? Or is this? Oh, I'm sorry. The daughter is the middle child. My bad. Yeah, the daughter's the middle child. the son's like, okay, whatever, get in the car. The daughter is just like, Dad, there's some Avengers shit going on, isn't it? And he's like, well, not quite, but I'm just gonna do stuff. So we have the age-old Christmas movie, TV shows problem. Make sure you're home by Christmas. And he's like, I'll try my best. So that's the whole thing. You have like 5 days or whatever to get home and get this all sorted out by Christmas. Yeah. Yep. So that kind of goes on, and he goes back, meets with Kate again at the aunt's house, and he's basically like, "Yo, we need to kind of figure out a plan to kind of pinpoint where this person with this card took the suit." And so she kind of jokes and like says, "Oh, let me get your contact number so we can, call like that." And he's like, "Well, don't just keep calling me. Please don't." She's like, "Oh, don't worry, I won't. Definitely will.
1,000% doing 100% that.
Definitely got one of the OG Avengers like direct cell phone number.
I'm calling it every day.
Exactly.
You're gonna have to cut me off.
Yep. One thing that was shown too, this is when they were walking in New York. She notices he has a hearing aid. She's like, "What? You have a hearing aid?" He's like, "Yeah." And it shows like a little montage of all the crazy shit from all the Avengers movies and why a normal dude like him now has a hearing aid. His hearing is fucked because all the explosions and shit in different planets.
I do appreciate them like
showing him having
human actual or repercussions for all the stuff that he was doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Something
that Batman be fucking 85, basically. All right.
You really do. All these explosions and bright lights and everything from Rogue Gallery to all the Justice League tier stuff. He's like, whatever.
I mean, I noticed they did try introducing that a little more with like Spiderman, especially where like when he takes off the suits or the outfits, he would have like mad bruises.
I'm glad too, because that's I mean, yeah. Like, I mean, he does have he does have super strength, but he don't got like indestructible skin or healing factors.
Healing factors,
yeah. So they're going through the city. Kate gives like this spiel to him about like, oh, your problem is branding as far as like being Hawkeye, which I guess is her like giving her view of a Hawkeye versus him. He's like, nah, I like being low key. Don't worry about it. Blah blah blah. So we get to my least favorite parts of these two episodes. Anything dealing with Kate's family. So she goes to her mom's like security company, who I guess when you're rich, when you have a rich family, you can do the whole college experience. But if you say fuck it, you can just go back to the family business and just work there, easy peasy. But she goes there. I guess it's alluded that she's worked there part-time between and stuff. So all the people see, oh, hey, Kate, whatever. Your mom wants to see you. It's like, okay, whatever. She goes up there and talks. And what do you know? Armand's there, old buddy that she's suspicious of is there too. And she finds out that they're engaged. And she's like, what the fuck as well? But she's kind of talking where it's like, I know there's some weird shit with you, Armand, but I'm gonna make it seem like I don't know. So they're like, oh, why don't we just do dinner or something? And it's like, okay, cool. And that's gonna be some towards the end of the episode. They're gonna have like a whole dinner thing. So we go a little bit further. We see Clint go to the LARPing place, as we spoke of earlier. He now knows what LARPing is, even though the card didn't indicate what the hell that was. So he's like, yeah, I'm here they'll talk to this dude that I saw him a video that took the suit and was wearing it. This kind of light-skinned black dude.
Clayton English. Shout out to Clayton English, by the way. If you
recognize him,
if you recognize him a little bit, he's just been in random stuff for years, all over the internet, random comedy shows, sketches.
Okay, cool. He seemed vaguely familiar, but I
was thinking so too.
Yeah, he one of them dudes that you just recognize.
Okay.
Somehow. Yeah, he's been in a lot of different shit, man. He's done a lot of stand up. Yeah. He's been on 85. He'd be on 85 South.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it was dope as fuck for him to do that. So shout out to him because
Yeah, it's cool.
English. Shout out to Clayton English if you recognize him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so shout out to Clayton English playing a character who we'll name once we get to that part of this segment. He goes there and talks to old girl in the front. He's like, "Hey, I'm just here to talk to that dude back there." He sees him like towards the back. He's like, "Yeah, he's got this suit I need." It's like, "Oh, well, they're currently LARPing. You can't do that now." He's like, "Well, I mean, fuck this. I just want to grab this shit. I don't care about this." And like, "Oh, well, you have to sign up and join the LARP to do this." And he's like, "Fine, whatever. I'll play along with it." And there's a whole spiel of like, what character he'd be, whatever. And he puts on this basic armor. And he sees like all these dudes in like this little foresty area, like acting out like pantomime sword fights on some Lord of the Rings stuff. And they're like, "Well, to get to him, you have to go through all these dudes fighting." And he's like, "Okay, fine." And you kind of hear him like sigh, mutter to himself. It's like, I fought Thanos, which is like, it's funny because it's like, this is some basic ass childish shit. And he's
I gotta lose to this nigga at this fucking competition shit and have these people think I got beat.
Yeah,
I had to fight Thanos for real to save y'all lives, for y'all to be able to do this, to want to kill me, man.
Yeah.
If you, he got to be thinking, I could just beat all y'all asses and take the suit. I could do that.
What's more annoying is that you all know who I am.
Yeah, everyone knows.
You guys know I'm Hawkeye. Y'all know what I did.
Why can't y'all just do me a solid?
just let me rock, man.
Exactly.
Nah, you gotta die.
Yeah, so they do like a slow-mo thing where he's like walking through and everyone's like fighting, and he's just like, "Oh no." And then we remember, oh yeah, he was Ronin, so he has actual sword fighting skills he learned over years between Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. And so he kind of does like a little spin move, and everyone's like fake dying. They're like, falling on the ground. It's just a funny scene, It's like,
he's like half. He's not even.
He's half enjoying himself a little bit.
Yeah, he's just it's like, that's the funniest thing about it too. He's being all
walking
like, man,
through them.
Like,
y'all, I hate y'all, but hold on, I can still.
Yeah,
I can still. He was doing his thing, man.
I still got the moves.
I still got it.
Yeah. So he gets to the end.
Even
for play. Yep. He gets there and he meets old buddy with the Ronin suit. He's just like, "Hey, bro, just take it off." And he's like, "Nah, man, we got a battle, man." It's like, "No, I mean, I went through all this. I don't have the time. I just want the suit."
That was cute. I think.
Yeah, it was cute. He was like, "Hey, man," it's like, "Well, please." And then the dude wearing the suit, he's like, "Man, Clint, he's like, "Please, bro. Like, honestly, man, I don't really have much out of this, man. Like, my regular life, like, he kind of just like a meaning, like." Top stories like, my regular life sucks. Like, I do this for fun. It's like my escape. No, everyone says I have shitty suits. I once have this badass suit. Let me just give me this one time. Let's just have this one duel. And it's like, all right, cool.
I can kill you, man. Like,
I can kill you.
Yo, take the fucking suit off, nigga.
Yeah, bro. And then they do like this ring of circle around them. Him and old buddy with the Ronin suit on, and they're all like. And then you have one guy like a Viking. Yeah, he's like, "Oh, here, you must drink the ritual drink before a battle." And he's like, "No, I'm good." And everyone's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck? He's not drinking." The ritual bottle. Everyone's
the way
you won't reap the benefits.
You won't reap the benefits, yeah.
And it was annoying because you already knew he was gonna throw the fight anyway, so they gonna feel like, this shit real, like, that shit was irking me, dog. I don't know why. That shit was really bothering me too.
This whole thing is maximum cringe, but it's like you have to lean into it. It's like good bad. It's like so bad it's good. They know it's so corny, and so they kind of do the thing where it's like, all right, let's fake fight, like you said, and we'll just believe it. And he's like, "Oh, let's just do fake, sword clashes." And he turns and he lets old buddy with the suit kill him by like slashing his chest, and Clint's like, no, like, okay. And I fell to my knees. And everyone's like, "Yeah, man, it's awesome." And then it turns where he's back in regular clothes. He took the suit off. And he's like, "Man, I want to really appreciate it, bro. Like, that was awesome." And he's like, "Oh, no problem. This, whatever." And he's like, "Oh, man, yeah, Hawkeye was cool. He did." He's like, "Oh, you should call me Clint." He's like, "Oh, cool. Well, I go by, they call me Grills." And that's cool because in the comic, it's based off of this excited me and concerned me for two reasons. One, he's actually a more prominent side character in the comic. He was just a geeky white guy that lived in the same apartment building that Clint lived in. And he befriended him after some shit. But something happens later. Yeah, but yeah, it's cool that we have Grills' character here, so that's cool. He's gonna pop up at least 2 more times in this show, so that's cool. So yeah, he gets the suit back, or at least he gets the suit back, and I think he's putting it in the like a locker somewhere. I'm not really too sure where that locker is at. Y'all have to fill me in on that, but it's in a locker type place. So fast forward again to Kate Bishop. In between, during all the LARPing stuff, before she leaves her mom's security company, she gets a call from the like a police station, and they're like, "Oh, is this Kate Bishop?" And she's like, "Oh, I mean, maybe. Who's asking?" Like trying to act like whatever. It's like, "Yeah, we're wanting to know where you were last night. This is this." She's like, I was, just out, whatever." And he's like, "Yeah, we heard that your apartment burned on fire. Did you know this?" She's like, "Oh," she was trying to play it off. She's like, "Yeah, I knew that. Like, yeah, just I heard. That's why I was out. And they'll not be there. Like, really bad cover." And he's like, "Okay, we want to have you come in and do some investigation, blah blah, tomorrow morning." And she's like, no, she's like, later today, she's like, no, she's trying to make up some bullshit excuse. And he's like, "All right, well, we'll do this another day then." So it's foreshadowing. They're trying to investigate it, and she doesn't want anyone to know she was wearing the Ronin suit, caused half the commotion the other night. But then it goes to the evening where she's having the dinner with her mom and Armand. And she's really trying hard to grill this dude. She'd be like, "Yo, man, it's like, how do you like swords, bro?" He's like, "Oh, sword, I collect them. This is trying to play all that. I'm good on that." "Oh, do you do sword fighting or fencing?" And the mom is like, "Kate, why?" Being obnoxious. She's like, "Kate, why are you asking all these questions? This is this." She's like, "No, I'm just creating banter." And he's like, "Yeah, banter. This is this." She's like, "How about we just do some fencing? Random rich people things. We just casual fencing on a Wednesday evening or whatever." Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's Wednesday. I'm just making it up. Is they clear out the table in like a little foyer area, and they do some fencing. They put on the little basic clothes and the mask, and they do a little sparring. And then she like gets a point, like stabs him basically. He's like, "Oh man, you're really good, Kate." Like he's like treating her like a child, but she's like humoring her, and she's getting a little frustrated because she's like, "Hey yo, why aren't you fighting back, bro? Like I know you got skills. Fight the fuck back." And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And the mom,
leading up to this, he's like very pompous in his role.
As
the soon-to-be stepdad. Like
I know, right? Like he's like, "Oh man,
asshole,
I read books on like developmental things and kids with becoming like stepfathers. Like I want to do this the right way when we get together." And that stuff's like hella obnoxious. Just
she wants to please me, but she also detests me.
Exactly.
It's wild, this guy.
Yep. So and the mom is watching him with like a little champagne, and then she's like, "Oh well, just take it easy, Kate. Don't go too hard." So, "Oh no, I'm not going too hard." And the final time, she does actually like rush up to him and do some more sword skills. And he actually like deflects her sword away. And she's like, "What?" She's like, "What are you hiding?" Yeah, it was like right in her face. And she takes the mask off. She's like, "What are you hiding, bro? Like, what are you hiding?" The mom's like, "What are you doing?" Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, I'm not hiding anything. This is this. Like you were specifically holding back. You have sword fighting skills. Like this is this. Something's different with you."
Yeah, you're lying.
And so you're alive. Yeah. Basically, yeah. This whole thing is basically show that everything this dude is saying and doing is like a ruse, is a lie. Mm-hmm. Mom doesn't realize it because she's all in love with him or whatever. And that was the whole point she's trying to do.
Or mom is
or which we do. We'll get to that in just a second too. Yeah. And so she's like, "Okay, what the hell?" And then she's like, "Yeah, stop interrogating him with stuff. I know you're worried, but I'm here to protect you. Is anything weird going on?" And I forgot, she was one thing she said that kind of triggered Kate to be like, "Wait, what?" I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. Oh, I remember what it was. It wasn't her. He came back in and was like, yeah, everything's all good. Don't worry. It's like, "Hey, do you want any candy?" And he hands it to her.
Hands with the Armand candy.
It's the same candy from the last night where she conveniently snuck in his uncle's place and he was dead. And she was like, "Oh man,
asshole.
Oh yeah, he a villain." You know what? He's like a likable asshole villain. I kind of getting into him. I just don't like her mom. I just annoying. But yeah, he's like that. Oh yeah, you know about my shit. but Mama don't know. And that's that great triangle everyone hates to see happen because it's frustrating from the outside.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then when she sees that, she kind of like steps back. She's like, let me go real quick. And we kind of see to another scene where like Clint's out with like his bow and their own stuff in the tracksuit. We've now learned their name is the Tracksuit Mafia. And he's like talking shit to him, and he gets caught, captured by them, whatever.
He let him capture him,
he let him capture him. It's like, oh, bro, we get you, Hawkeye, bro, like stuff like that. And and then like Kate's like in a taxi, and she's tracking him, and he realizes, oh shit, this is a weird building. She's taxi drive, drive a little faster. We need to get there faster. And so we get to the scene where he's like sitting there. All the Tracksuit Mafia dudes are surrounding, and they're like talking like, you have like, we wear a Ronin suit, bro. He's like, man, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. And he's like, no, we know, bro. We know you saw it with girl, bro, like talking like that. They talk that kind of funny English. And it's like, yeah, he's like, I don't know what girl you're talking about. He's like, Kate Bishop, bro. Where is she? And it's like, he's like, I don't, man, what the hell are y'all talking about? And all of a sudden,
Kate Bishops.
In the middle of it, you hear a crashing noise. She just collapses from the ceiling. And she's like, oh shit, here you are. And she's like, oh shit, there they are. And they're all like, what the hell? And he's just like, and then Clint's like, I want to speak to your boss. That's the whole reason why I really wanted to just get called. He wanted to speak to the boss and figure out why the hell they're looking for a Ronin or whatever. So that happens. They both get caught. And then we see like a little thing towards the transition where they're like, hey, we're gonna talk to the boss. And we get that dramatic introduction. Well, they didn't really say what the character's name is, but they did allude that she's deaf. She's like in this all red room, and there's like speakers and stuff, and she feels the vibrations. That's how she's able to, I guess, tell when people are talking, I guess. Or
She is the reverse Daredevil.
Yes. So the whole red thing. Yeah, she's Echo. The only thing to know about Echo, honestly, is that she's relevant to the Daredevil comics and series.
She is relevant to Daredevil.
She is. She's also a lackey. She also works for Kingpin. She works for Kingpin. And I think we're gonna see Kingpin in the show, which is dope. I think. I don't know anything. This is what I think. But yeah, and they just show her kind of dramatic, turn around and look like, yeah, I'm the boss. And it's like, oh man, a chick is the boss. Oh, but she's not speaking and everything.
Yeah.
But we already know. I mean, we know this character is relevant because they announced this on the Disney Plus Day. They announced the Echo show with her logo. That's who.
That's
is.
what that was. Oh,
yes, which is actually pretty wild. So they didn't. So I guess it's kind of smart for anyone that's not keeping up with stuff. You're not gonna really know this is Echo because they didn't say in this episode. We just got 2 episodes, and that's that. We gotta wait till next Wednesday, and that's how the episode ends. So overall, episode 2 is better than episode 1, which you would hope, right, as the show goes on. Yeah. Still some of the convenient, goofy stuff, but I think that's kind of the tone they're going for with this show. It's like it's more grounded, street level type mafia things. Like what's like. Clint's got to tie up the now loose end of why is this Ronin suit here in New York City? Why are people looking for him? But it also shows that during that time, he built up a lot of enemies, I guess, with like Tracksuit Mafia and other billionaire people that just
people hate that suit.
Yeah, and when they showed Echo here in the red room, she turned around and looked at the camera. I do 100% think that was a Daredevil callback. 100% think that's a Daredevil callback. Which is cool. So that's 2 episodes. So other than me blabbing about it for like 20 some minutes, what y'all think about the episodes?
I thought they were dope. The only thing I will say is I think the actress for Kate Bishop, she gave me season 1 Raven from Titans vibes.
Oh man. It's really
she's not terrible, but there's just certain emotions and points she does not hit. That's weird. Like I said, that scene with where they tried to basically establish her as a tomboy with I'm not wearing the red dress, I'm wearing the suit. That's cool. You can get her a fitted suit, make it seem like she's rich. You know what I'm saying? She should have a nice fitted suit with some sleek shoes to go with it, however she want to do it. You know what I mean? Even if she was wearing
shoulders all
even if she was wearing sneakers, like, it just looked crazy. Like
yeah.
it seemed like they didn't have any tailors available in Hollywood, and were like, yeah, well, we just going to go whatever we can find. Like, yeah, like they just needed to fit something to her and actually make her look good in that suit. And I think that would have been better. And there's just a lot of little moments, whether they were her fault or not, where I just feel like she wasn't made to necessarily shine as well as she could have in those moments. But there's a lot of good. There's a lot of good there too. And now that we're past a lot of the preliminary, I think it'll be funny. I mean, I think it'll be better. I'm okay with her being a little apprehensive around Hawkeye and being a little fangirlish. You know, I get it. Like, you saw the dude really save your world, you know what I mean? And basically save your life as a kid too. So I understand feeling, you know, in awe basically of him. I get that.
Well, I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to kind of like, I think she fits the character well, but that's only because, at least compared to the comic, I hate to do that for the show. I'll base off the show itself then. Yeah, I think she's kind of coming into her character more so than, but I think, you know what's interesting about her though? Throughout last year, when they were talking about these shows before they were coming out this year and everything, and they had all the casting rumors and this and the other, there was a long-standing rumor that Marvel was not shooting Hawkeye until they had a specific actress for the role. I think there's a term in Hollywood or whatever where, you know, they might do open casting or, you know, stuff like that for specific roles. But I think they did a thing where they just made like a closed thing where they had an idea for a specific person to play the specific character, and it was rumored to be her, Haley Steinfeld, whatever. But she wasn't replying immediately because she was doing some show on Apple TV or Apple Plus TV or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
supposedly,
TV show better relax from this Marvel role.
I mean, apparently it finished because she's here now.
Yeah,
but yeah, they announced that I think late last year, early this year. And apparently she was the only choice they had for Kate Bishop. They didn't have anybody else. That's according to the little insider scooper people or whatever. But I mean, I think she will fit into the role well. The only other thing I've seen her in is she was the main character in let me double check before I say that. I'm pretty.
You got a nice little roster here.
I want to before I say exactly.
She was Spider-Woman in Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, she's voiced Spider-Gwen. Yeah, she did voice Spider-Gwen. So so she, you know, Marvel
she's one of the voice actors in Arcane.
Oh, wait, really? Wait. Who's she in Arcane?
Somebody named V.
She was V? Are you serious? Oh wow, that's actually kind of crazy. That's like one of the main characters.
Oh, okay.
Wow. All right, anyway, that's actually pretty good. But the one thing I know her from is she was in Bumblebee, the Transformers movie. And that was a good movie. Yeah. That was a good movie. I mean, you know, it wasn't like, you know, oh man, you know, acting performance ever, but she was good for the role. She's pretty young. So I think I think there was some I can tell there was a little bit of like growing. She's kind of learning the character, and we kind of see it, I guess, in this. We're gonna see this episodic thing, but I feel like it's gonna grow more when her and Clint, or her and Jeremy Renner, Clint Barton start interacting more.
Yeah, she's gonna be a slow burn character.
I think
right now, I'm kind of detached from her. I'm not. She's like, I guess, the worst part of this show, which is, I mean, I'm not saying that she's that she's a glaring issue. Mm-hmm. But if I had to point out the worst part of the show, I would say it's probably in her direction a little bit.
Yeah. Like, I
don't even know if it's her fault. I think it's just, just the character she's portraying.
She's a likable character in the comics, but it's more like she builds herself to be, because like she's really like, at least from the comic I read, she kind of acts similar to this, except she does more actual Hawkeye stuff. Where like she actually will stand up to like Clint and call him out on some of his random shit that he be pulling or whatever. But she's about the action, but she still fucks up on certain things. She's still very new. Here's the thing in the comic, but we're not going to see in the show at all, where she just says, "Fuck you, Clint. I'm going to LA and I'm going to do my own solo shit out there for a bit and kind of make my own name." as a Hawkeye, and she fucks up out there for a bit. She's broke and everything. But I think she'll be a slow burn character. I mean, I'm gonna trust Marvel's casting.
Yeah.
That for no, I mean, I can't really. I mean, there might be some where I'm just like they're not my favorite, but I wouldn't say they're bad casting. I do agree. I think she'll be a slow burn. She's a brand new character. I've really looked up many of the impressions of these episodes online, to be honest. I guess because it's just been the holiday, I've just been busy with family and stuff. So I'm curious how a bunch of folks like y'all are there taking your character and her as an actress versus some of us who are familiar with the character who are excited, because there's a lot of Kate Bishop fans, surprisingly. There's a lot of Kate Bishop. Yeah. That's why Avengers, they made a big deal about her and Hawkeye getting in. And they also make callbacks to this comic book version with the colors and the arrows pointing and stuff. But yeah, I think
she'll grow into the role easily. I think she will. I think she'll perform well eventually. I just think as she's tried to grow into the role, expressing emotions and stuff and trying to just fit the personality, I just feel like it's just, it don't feel natural at some points is maybe what it is. Like, it's not that, it's just what she's going for. It's not coming off as natural as maybe she wants, but I can see it's getting better from time to time.
Yeah, I think episode 2 her is better than episode 1.
It was.
Sure.
So that's why I'm thinking we'll see a quick progression just over this. And by the time she starts moving into other bigger projects, I think we'll see more stuff with her.
I just saw some weird on Twitter. Not what we mentioned earlier in chat, but something else, something unrelated. But yeah. So, but yeah, overall, I mean, I enjoyed it. It's supposed to be this holiday time. Like, I don't know if they always planned for it to air around the holiday time, because the theme is like it's around Christmas time, like in the show. And, they got the fake snow and everything out there, and so it's definitely giving the Christmassy vibes. But yeah, I'm curious to see how the rest of the show goes. Like, we do know that Yelena, Black Widow, is going to be in the show because of the post-credit scene from Black Widow movie. Where old girl was like, oh yeah, this dude is why Natasha died. She's like, oh shit, I'm about to fuck him up or whatever. So we're probably gonna see her sometime in this season. But yeah, I think we're past all the normal stuff. Everything else is like brand new territory. I don't really know or what to expect, how the rest is gonna go. So, because it seems to be loosely based off the comic as far as like some characters and everything. There's another side character that they kind of named Kazi. They may go into a bit more, but I'm unsure what they're gonna do with him, because in the comic he's his own character. He goes by Clown. He's hired by the Tracksuit Mafia to kill Clint as well. But here he doesn't have like the clown, like French, like white makeup with like the teardrop. That's his kid. He's just a dude that wears like a trench coat and stuff, a trench coat, suit, gloves, and he has like hair. And that's a great description. He has like blondish hair and he has like that white makeup on his face. That's all. But that's So I'm curious what we're gonna do with him. Other than that, I enjoyed it. Yeah, there's definitely some growing pains here and there. The tone is like it definitely is gonna be kind of like that kind of somewhat silly, pretty convenient tone, but maybe it could shift a bit later. But overall, I'm excited to see the rest of the show. So
yeah, I'm interested to keep watching and see where they go with it. I can't say no to that.
Yep.
Definitely excited for it. Cool, man. It is well into the afternoon now, guys. So we are going to go ahead and get out of here. Every Hawkeye episodes are every Wednesday. Right? Yeah, every Wednesday on Hawkeye episodes. Young Justice episodes are coming out every Thursday. Still keep up with that. There'll probably be a mid-season break, I'm sure, like they normally do.
There will be. Yeah.
So yeah, just keep up with that with Young Justice. And if you don't, then we'll let you know when the mid-season break hits, so you can binge it. Anything else we're watching out there right now? Nothing really right now. We're waiting for Spiderman No Way Home. Other than that, we're in the clear. So appreciate everybody for listening. Man, rest in peace, Virgil Abloh, man. That's it's really sad news to see that, man.
And it actually broke during this episode's recording on Sunday. I was glancing through Twitter and I kept seeing damn Rip trending. I'm like, why is that trending? I clicked it. It showed Virgil Abloh, and I was like, what?
Yeah, Ashley sent me something. I just was like, when she sent
nowhere,
it, I was like, she sent that. I was like, huh? Like it's the last thing I was expecting to see. Like literally the last thing.
Definitely like a Chadwick Boseman type of a feeling. Like out of nowhere, he apparently been hiding his cancer.
Yeah.
Battle of cancer. So really the same type of thing. So yeah, rest in peace to Virgil Abloh. Creative, as some would say, I guess a marketing genius out there as far as, he has a shoe line and some clothing line. Yeah, so rest in peace to Virgil Abloh, man. Man, cancer is a bitch. Fuck cancer as usual. Yeah, but I guess on a lighter note, I suppose.
Yeah, man.
Last month of the year, we're coming into it. Holiday
season,
man. Full effect.
Yeah, man. Let's
big things popping, right, Derek?
Yeah. You'll see some things. You'll see things coming around. We'll some backgrounds may change. We'll see where things go. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. Let's try to be more positive here at the end here. But that's just this sad news to read in the middle of the pod like that. But yeah, man. Hopefully y'all had good Thanksgiving, Colonizer Day, holidays.
Happy Indigenous Day.
Indigenous Day, whatever.
Family getting together.
Food Day. I heard Food Day. I've heard a lot of other alternative names you can call it, but just a time to be able to link up with your family and eat some food or just chill, whatever you do, drink, smoke, whatever it is you guys are into. You guys link with your family and do that. So hopefully everybody was able to enjoy that to some degree. And then again, coming up here in the holiday season of Christmas and New Year's, hopefully you're able to, if you miss Thanksgiving, hopefully you're able to do New Year's or vice versa, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Balance it out with your family. So anyways, man, yeah. Appreciate y'all for listening. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, enjoy. Check out YouTube for all of our YouTube shorts that are exclusive over there. Hop on those YouTube comments, please. It's really appreciated. But yeah, like, share, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, enjoy. It's been 2 Ugly Nerds, but it's 3 of us. Peace.
Peace.
Yep.